Hello! How is everyone doing
Hello.
today? We are outside. Crazy.
This is our driveway, or what is it?
No, this is Area 51.
How did our house lead to Area 51?
I don't know, but we have a mission to do here when the stream is over.
A mission.
Yes, we have to rescue someone. We are here to clap alien cheeks, Nick.
Yes. I already did that. I played Mass Effect. I'm good. That was enough for me.
Hey
I ended up
Milf.
dying.
Hey Milf, I miss you.
Hello, Mel.
Oh yeah, I meant I went live. Because on my Discord I tagged everyone and being like, I'm not dead yet, motherfuckers. That's why, yeah, I meant I went live.
Surprise, bitch. You didn't expect it was me.
Surprise, bitch, I lived.
I lived. I guess are you really surprised? I mean, that's on brand for Candy.
Yeah. I mean, I did have to go out today. You never know what happens when you have to when someone like me has to leave the house.
Valid. Valid.
Because remember, I don't go out not only for my safety but also for yours. You never know. Because like the other day, I ran over a child.
What?
Okay, so what happened is that I mean, like on foot, but like that's the problem. I walk so fast, and I'm so big that running into me on the street is like getting run over.
Oh, so you just like Lion Kinged some poor kid?
Yeah, because like he was just like I don't know what he was doing.
Stampedes.
I don't know what he was doing. He was like looking directly at the sky, and he walked directly into my path, and I didn't have time to stop. So I just like ran into him, and he flew. He just like flew. And I don't know what he was doing because he got up, he looked at the sky again, and just kept walking. Like, what are you doing?
Off into the sunset.
Yeah. Like, why are you
Wow,
looking at the
that's
sky?
pretty.
Why are you like
That's kind of badass.
anything up there, my guy?
How's the weather up there? It's raining.
No, but like because like yeah, like it happens a lot that people get distracted looking at me specifically because of of how tall I am. Uh, but no, that kid was just looking at the clouds. I don't even because like it was the nighttime, so he wasn't even looking at the sun.
Well, I mean, like, you wait, no, you can't just say that. It's not like people look at the sun. What?
Children are stupid.
Yeah, but like even children understand like the concept. Well, most usually understand like the concept of looking at the sun and the pain that follows after. They're not like Zim just staring there until like their eyes boil over.
I mean, I didn't do that. Definitely didn't do that.
Oh my god, damn it! But
No,
like,
no, I
yeah,
actually did
usually.
not do that because I
uh,
like I genuinely cannot. I am way too sensitive to
mm,
light, so I can't like
yeah.
just like glancing in the direction of the sun hurts and gives me a headache
Ye-
immediately.
Valid vampire, but like yeah, so like usually when I'm walking my doggo
Hey, I'm walking.
at night, hey, I'm walking over here. I do tend to look up at the moon. It's a
Yeah,
very calming sight. I enjoy it.
I think that's the one thing I miss about living on like a small town in the mountains is the nighttime
Yeah.
because because like at that hour everyone was already like because like nothing was open at night. Absolutely nothing was open at night.
Hmm.
So like
You prefer it that way?
um so like everyone was already in the house, so there was no cars, there was no noise, there was no like pollution. Besides like just in general because
Hmm.
it was a very small town, the pollution was way lower anyway. Uh,
Valid. Okay.
so like the night, like the air, like the smell of the air at night was very very like pleasant, very calming. And there was also just like a lot of trees
Hmm.
and plants, and because it was like a farm town, so it was just a lot of greenery too, and that helped with the smell too.
Your
Uh,
Stardew Valley situation.
uh, so it was like a very nice smell, and because there was no and it was very quiet, and because there was no pollution, and there was not like a lot of like very bright lights aside from like the from like the regular street lamps. Uh, the night sky is also like way cleaner. You can see the stars a lot more. So it was very nice. Like that is something I do miss about living there.
Yeah, no, I can sort of see that. I've only gotten to visit countryside locale like maybe thrice in my life in terms of like overseas and stuff, and it is a very different feeling. There's something very nice about like being able to hear the breeze
Yeah.
go past the grass and everything and all that, and
Yeah. I also miss the weather. The weather. It was so
well, that's
nice.
well, you prefer no. Wait a minute, you used to complain about how cold it was in your house.
Yeah, but to be fair, my house had walls.
Okay, fair.
Like that was
All right.
it was a very rickety house because we literally built it ourselves. It was very
Mm-hmm.
rickety. It was like
Okay, fair.
this fucking like rickety ass house, just like shaking around. It's like, oh no, my house.
I've grown up mostly like with the. I wouldn't say like too much of the city, but just like enough where I'm just like I kind of enjoy leaving and walking in the night and seeing people and seeing like stores partially open, not necessarily like mall stores, but just like your local convenience stores and whatever. And it feels like if you decided to just like burn some time in the night, you had some options.
Wait, give me a moment. It started raining. I have to go close my window.
No problem. There used to, I remember there used to be like a couple of strip clubs near us too, and my friends and I growing up, we just never knew what they were. We're just like, like I want to say like the stripper place that like was there. It was pretty obvious it was like a strip joint, like the name, but like me and my friends growing up were just so oblivious until high school. We're like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense that makes sense that that is a strip club because it's never open during the day,
Yeah.
and it's next to like the two bars and stuff like that. So yeah,
No,
main store.
around here there is because like all of that stuff is like legal and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So around here
It's legal here.
there is no. So around here there is no innuendo. You go to like downtown and you see a place that only opens at night called the fuck place for fucking.
You mean just brothel? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
brothel's a different story.
yeah, that's the fuck place for fucking.
Yeah, yeah. No.
There is one that has like a there is one that has like an advertisement because I did work around that location of the city for a while. There is one that has an advertisement like a huge billboard right outside, being like, "Hey, you wanna fuck on a helicopter? We offer that."
Not particularly. What? Who's have? Okay, that just screams like existential crisis package, but or rather midlife crisis package. But
I
okay, you do
mean,
you.
yeah, like
I have a
the fact of the
I have
matter
a
is that
horrid fear of heights. I don't think I could perform under that kind of pressure.
the fact of the matter is that if they hadn't need to sell if they still have the helicopter, they don't need to sell it yet. That means you're actually making money.
I
Someone
I
is fucking on
guess
the
yeah
helicopter.
yeah.
I just hope they disinfect the seats.
It does. It probably does. Either that or they're putting like a lot of plastic wrap or whatever on there to
I feel like that would be like
mitigate the damage.
like that is the one thing I think I couldn't like handle. Can you imagine you like trying to like have some sexy
You're on a
time, enjoy
helicopter in this
yourself?
scenario.
No, but
None
like
of this is normal.
but like can you imagine like trying to enjoy yourself and all you hear is like the fucking like plastic wrapper like like moving under your butthole?
Oh, I
It's
don't
like
think anyone cares. People are like in motels with the crickety ass beds and stuff.
yeah, but
People
like
have probably
I feel
gone to
like
like
I
worse
feel
places.
like when it's the bed making noises specifically, it can actually like lend a little atmosphere. I think
Yeah, no, but then people also like do it in like
like
public restrooms, which are like completely disgusting and stuff. I don't think it matters to them.
oh yeah, like not even sex. I just don't go into public restrooms at all.
Yeah, I don't. So my brain is just like in a situation where you're trying to minimize like if you're trying to maximize the resellability of the helicopter, I suppose you could just like put some sort of covering upholstery to like you know make it not a horrific nightmare when someone puts like a black light over it.
Yeah.
But
You know, that
What
is
do
like,
I know
but
about sex ring?
to be fair, that is the like, that is the lottery because like every now and then, like 'cause I go into Facebook Marketplace a lot because I like collecting old tech, and that is like the one place, that is the one thing Facebook Marketplace is good for, is finding like all like parts of computers and shit. So I go in there a lot, and every now and
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
and every now and then it tries to suggest me like a couch, or like a bed, and I have, and I feel like that's a lottery, that's a lottery.
Well, yeah, you have to be careful with certain furniture, especially when you're getting it secondhand. Like never, like there's just some stuff that's like primed for bed bugs
Yeah, no, but as well
or
like
like pests.
like every now and then I see a couch and I see some stains, and I like, that couch has AIDS. If I sit on that couch, I'm going to get AIDS.
I don't think I could buy. Yeah, I think like most furniture secondhand I couldn't buy unless it was like a table. Tables I think are fine. Chair, not really. I think okay if it has fabric, I'm probably not gonna buy it off of
Yeah, yeah.
you
I think
as a resale.
like the stuff that is just
Yeah.
like wood for putting stuff on, you know, like chair, like desks and
Yeah,
tables and
like
stuff like that.
shelves, chest, the shelves,
Yeah,
desks, chairs, tables. Yeah, like that. That's like easy. Like you can pretty easily clean that. But like,
yeah. And to be fair, there is always a chance because like people be freaky. There is always a chance that someone fucked in the thing you want. If it's big enough, there is always a
yeah,
chance.
yeah. But like, yeah, I get what you mean. Like a table feels much more easy to clean off that trouble
The probability is
than a
lower.
wood than a wool or something because that stuff sort of seeps in and bacteria probably
Yeah,
is harder to reach.
the probability is lower.
I want a nice wooden table, a nice rustic table. Well, I mean, we
Yeah.
already have one. It's not like fancy, but it gets the job done. So
I want a big fucking desk. That is what I need right now.
I have a huge desk. I love it. I love having an L desk. If there's any advice I
That's
have
what
for
I
people
want.
who are
That's
like,
what I want. I want an old
yeah,
desk.
I have an L desk and it has like a multi shelf.
Yeah.
So vertical space too, and it's just like if there's any advice I have for people, it's like look into L desks when you have a room and you have certain space constraints because it does wonders.
How many orgies do I think could fit on a Chinook?
What the fuck is a Chinook?
It's a helicopter.
Oh, okay.
You know that helicopter that is like long and has two.
Oh, the army ones, yeah.
It is long and has like two, one on the front and one in the back, propellers. That's a
Mm-hmm.
Chinook.
Yeah.
I had one of those as a
Yeah, no,
kid.
I just googled them.
I had a toy Chinook as a kid.
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't know where it went. I think it disappeared in a move, which is a bummer.
Yeah, there's something about like there's always like that one time where you as a kid like either well, I didn't move, but like you might go to like overseas and bring some stuff and then go to a different city and then as a kid, I don't know, you always want to bring your shit with you and then it's just like magically somehow it's gone and you're like, I swear I would have brought this with me. I was super clingy with it,
Yeah.
but now it's gone.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like Chinooks are very big, so I think at least like three decently sized orgies, or just one really big one.
Well, no, you can't say three decently sized. It's just one big one then. You can't hold three concurrent orgies in like the same space
I mean,
and just divide the lines.
I mean,
That'd be hilarious. Like, what's the point?
there's probably like,
It's like don't cross over in our line.
can you imagine? Can you imagine just like the team selection in high school is like, okay, you go to that orgy, you go to that one.
Yeah, like you're all in some sort of big auditorium. It's like okay, well, we don't want any of you here, and we aren't gonna go over there, so we're gonna put lines here, borders.
Can you imagine being the
You're
last
all
one to
just
be picked for the orgy
neighboring.
teams?
You're just neighboring. Like, what sort of system is that? Just get different rooms. Why are you even? You're all splitting rent
I mean,
for this
property is
room.
expensive.
Yeah, but you decide to hold it on the same day. And
No, like yeah. Can you imagine being the last one to be picked for the orgy teams?
I feel like that would just be a grim acceptance that I'd have. Yeah, probably. I could easily imagine it.
Uh, that never happened to me in high school because despite everything,
Well, you're
I have
freakishly huge.
yeah. So he's like, yeah, we won her. She doesn't know how to play, but she never said that you cannot get a ball past her.
I'm sure I've been picked last for plenty of sports when I was like in elementary. But like I didn't mind because I wasn't much of a sports player.
Yeah, me neither. Like I did try to I got really good at like pretending to puke, to not do PE.
Mm-hmm.
So like
I didn't mind it. I was just like, oh, just free time away from studying, so I can
I
just
hate
spaz out.
physical activity. I hate sweating. I hate being hot.
Okay.
I hate moving.
Oh my god, you are.
I would like to be a brain in a jar. I would enjoy being a brain in a
Jesus.
jar connected to like a controller.
Yeah, no, I would be fine with like certain things. So like I would just like the excuse to walk around the gymnasium and just like enjoy its like atmosphere and scenery. Mostly because I don't know, I find them a very fun kind of room type. And then if it was like soccer, I'd be fine. If it was like basketball, ain't no way I was gonna do jack shit. It's not even that I'm like short. It's just like no hand-eye coordination for that sport.
Yeah.
Um, and then floor hockey. I actually did surprisingly well in floor hockey now that I remember, even up until high school. But like, I just wasn't too interested. If you didn't bring your PE, so I never did PE again. That's weird that they high school. Did we have that sort of shit in high school? High school, we had to have the gym clothes and the uniform because
Yeah.
the whole point was to sweat it out.
Yeah.
So like, if you did only just bring your uniform, you would sit it out, but then you would get a deduction to your marks in gym. You needed at least one gym credit to graduate high school.
Yeah.
So
No,
like, you should have just like brought the thing.
in my high school, you were expected to wear the gym clothes the whole day. So just like get stinky, motherfuckers, get stinky.
We weren't. We would have like change rooms, shower rooms, and it's just
No,
like,
we didn't. It's like you're going to show up with those clothes at the beginning of the day, and you're going to wear them the whole day.
You know, we had it slightly different. It was just like weird to have the locker room talk with the guys and just like go and like it's something that I definitely still feel perplexed on. Like, but yeah. It wasn't as weird as some people tell me. Like some people tell me it's like, yeah, and then we just like all compared our dicks and it's like, you guys did that? We just got dressed for gym.
Yeah.
Why were you doing that?
you guys didn't slap each other's asses? That's weird.
Yeah, it's just like, are you not telling us something, Jason?
No, we didn't have locker rooms. We didn't have locker rooms. It was just like, yeah, keep the sweaty clothes on. We don't care.
Gym was like fine for the most part because we had it mixed and like it was like I kept it till the very end because the way you could do it for the credit is you could either do it like in your first.
It was an
you could
optional
do
for you. It was an optional for you.
No, you need one credit for it, but they don't care what year.
Oh.
So I just saved it for my last year, which made everything else easier because like they can't really assign you homework for gym.
No.
So like I had more time for my other subjects.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of a way for like decompressing and getting stress out from all the other stuff.
For us, PE was a core subject, so it was like every year, every week.
Oh yeah, no, we didn't have that. For us, core subjects were no, actually, I think math was only a core subject for 3 years, but English was the core subject because NA, so you had to take it every singular year. And since we were in a Catholic school, religion was also a core subject.
Yeah. Yeah, religion was a core subject too, but I think the nun who was teaching it got tired of like trying to get me expelled, so she just like passed
Dude,
me.
our religion teacher was so boring that literally everyone, this is not hyperbolic, would start sleeping in the class as she kept going. And she's just one of those people who likes hearing herself talk. She wouldn't notice that everyone was getting sleepy. She'd just keep going. To the point where like I was sitting at the front with my homie and he was just like, dude, if I pass out, wake me up. And I'm like, bet.
Yeah.
And then I would pass out and then he would wake me up. And we'd be like, oh shit.
No, yeah, because I was on my I was on my edgy I was on my edgy atheist phase back when I was in on high school. Um, so so I got into a lot of fights with the nun, and I think at some point you just got tired of that and started giving me free marks.
Mm.
No, it was great. And I did sleep. I did get to sleep a lot on the English class because I didn't need it. And the teacher knew. The teacher knew. Yeah, you know English. It's fine. You can sleep. So I just like went to English class and I slept.
Did I have any teachers I hated back in high school? I'm trying to think.
Oh, I did. There was this fucking bitch who was like, she was like the weirdest like neat freak.
Oh yeah, I have two. I have two, but yeah, go ahead.
There was this fucking bitch who was like the weirdest fucking neat freak. So she would grade your like it was a huge problem for me because I am not a very tidy person when it comes to like writing and organizing my stuff. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so it would be like because I would like make the whole home like the whole like presentation, the whole essay. I would like present her with like a 5 out of 5 essay, but she would like give me a 2 because my writing was ugly. And she was like obsessed with like everyone being orderly, and she would like, and that wasn't even her class. She was like the history teacher, but she would like stop class and tell people to like organize their uniforms, and they would like reduce
Mm.
marks if you didn't have your uniform well. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What is your problem?
Yeah.
She was also. You remember that one time I told you about a teacher who like there was a classmate who peed herself and the teacher made her stand in front of the class. That was her. I think she
No,
just hated people.
I don't think you told me that one.
Yeah, like this girl just had an accident, and the teacher just like made her sit in front of the classroom to like humiliate her,
Sure.
which is like
That's yeah, that
that's
is
fucked
pretty
up.
messed up.
So I think she just hated
Yeah, it is
people.
pretty bad.
I think she just hated
Yeah.
people.
We had one. It was always the English teachers. We always hated the English teachers. Like no, and like cuz in Canada French is like a core subject for only 1 year.
Yeah,
But like the French teacher just didn't try. She was just tired and she just didn't care. To the point where if she actually had to do her job, she was getting bored.
yeah,
But the problem with that is she would do almost anything but her job and just gossip.
yeah,
And then when it came to tests, she would still test us
yeah,
even though we didn't cover the curriculum in the class.
yeah,
To the surprise of no one, our GPA was astonishingly low for that class, to the point where so many of the students failed the class, ended up in summer school for the class. And when the summer school teacher went, "Huh, you guys are all from this similar high school. What teachers did you guys have?" And they all named the same person.
no, yeah. I got very lucky with like the. I got very lucky with like the language teachers were generally very chill. So like we
Mm-hmm.
had two languages. We had like Spanish because that is like the native language here, and we had English because you kind of need to know English, like nowadays.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I think it was like cool for a while. I do remember it was really funny that we had like a substitute teacher for like a year for the Spanish class, and at that time I had already like gone past my first like huge like growth sprout or whatever you say that.
Growth spurt. Yeah.
So I was already like 6 feet tall.
Okay.
So I stood out a lot because I was like 14 years old.
You know, because maths were where I shined. So like those teachers I tend to get along with.
Yeah,
Because a lot of it was rhetoric back and forth with us, and me being very like oriented at the task at hand because of the OCD.
yeah,
And so the conversations would be pretty pleasant. But yeah, no, the English teachers over here like fucking sucked. I remember the funny thing is there's one. It's always the ones that just don't show any interest in really doing their job, but they kind of do the bare minimum and they expect you to do whatever. And I will say, at the defense of the English teachers over here, English curriculums tend to suck because a lot of their semester will always have like 1 month wasting time on, okay, here's how you write an essay, even though people should remember by now. So it's not really even cumulative; it's refresher.
yeah.
Constantly and
Like one of
constantly.
that is like one of the like it's so funny. I have like had the opportunity to like because I meet a lot of like weird people on the internet. I have a very good ability to just like get into groups
Mm-hmm.
and just like become a part of the group, like randomly.
Mm.
Uh, uh, and so I was talking with like a couple of like public like professional like people who do this for a living, publish like fiction authors, fiction writers,
Mm-hmm.
and they were telling me that one of the worst things that like school does in North America is the 5 point essay. Like that is
Oh
doing more
yeah.
harm. That is doing more harm than good. And you are like a public, you are like a
Yeah.
published author, so I believe you.
Yeah, I mean it's like the bare minimum. People they also don't really do much. They just kind of reteach it over and over. Even to the point in like secondary, post-secondary, there'll be times in the Unisem where they have to spend like a week or two explaining how to write an essay because people are just so bad at it. And to be fair, the way certain uni structures are, you do like breadth courses outside of your program to ensure you graduate, which is one of the there is a complaint there where people are like, I just want to do my program and graduate, which would actually make you graduate in 2 years, but
Yeah,
they do this to round out to 4 years for one, more money because universities operate like that, and two, just in case you do find a program outside of your program that fits your taste more. Um, but yeah, it's very annoying. So I can see why. Um, I can see why like my English teacher could feel tired with it.
yeah,
But that being said, like I came in for school. I'm fine with learning. I feel like some of this curriculum we could have a little more cuz she definitely had a bit not power trip, but she was just like kind of smug, which was the annoying thing about her. It was like, well, you guys have to do what I tell you to. So,
yeah.
but I will say one of my favorite moments was because of my friend Peter.
Hey
And
Peter,
Peter wasn't
hey Peter,
rebellious
the
as
horse is
in
here.
he Peter wasn't rebellious in the way where he was like that cringe kid who would just like pick fights with the teacher in the class. He would just brush it off.
Yeah,
And so we all had to go to me and Peter had plenty of classes together, and Peter and I went to like the science center, and so we missed the final exam for English, so we had to do a makeup exam with a couple of other people who also went to the science center at that day. And so I remember us being stuck there after school and being annoyed by this English exam. Multiple choice part was easy, but the essay part, she definitely made it like super long and rigorous. And Pete's really smart. I'll give him this. Like, um, it's not like he was getting straight A's. He's the type who will put enough effort for a subject
yeah, like me.
that he doesn't care about to the point where he's like, yeah, I can get a C.
Yeah, it's like
And
me.
so like,
I was like that. It was
yeah,
like
oh,
if I
a
could
humble brag.
if no if I like if I cared about because like the thing is like academically I did very good in school. Like that's just like
But
uh
like, yeah. So
because
he
you know what that sounds like? That sounds like
what?
autism.
No, Pete was not. Not in like the well, okay, if he was, it's definitely not anything akin to people I've talked to before. He's very minimalist in a lot of things he does.
Well, autism is a
Um,
spectrum. And
but like,
and that's the thing about like people who are like very smart uh eh, like that is what that turns out that's actually like like people who are very smart but don't care or need like to care to have motivation and have like a little bit of of a rebellious streak. That may be a sign because
he's not he's not he's not outright rebellious.
yeah, but like that's what I'm going to explain because like with autism, the thing what happens with
Yeah.
autism is that
Mhm.
it is like one of the most common symptoms of autism is that you kind of need to understand why a rule, like your brain needs to understand why a rule exists or why an order exists.
No,
It's
he
not that you
wouldn't.
hate authority. It's not that you hate
No, no,
following orders, but like
no. Yeah, no. He wasn't like that either. He wouldn't question the rule. He fully understood the rule system too. Paul's like, how can I say it? Pausing this. Pause on the autistic part. Like he's just he's not whimsical is the word.
It's not whimsical.
He's like, it's very hard to describe him without meeting him, but it's just like a matter of fact of he could be like someone's chill uncle.
Oh
Like
yeah.
he's the age for it now. So like in the story, essentially, when we did the exam, Peter Peter did all the multiple choice. He did everything except for the essay question, cause he just knew the essay question would eat about an hour.
Yeah.
So so we're doing the exam, and he was in this he was in the same grade bracket as me for the stuff that he did kind of give like an inkling of a shit about.
Yeah.
And when he handed it in, and our smug teacher looks through it and she's like, you didn't write the essay part. If you don't write the essay part, the best you could possibly get is like a 60. And is like,
Yeah, that's a
if that
pass.
happens, yeah, no, it's just like, what were her exact words? She was like, that could be a major problem for your grade, and it's like, well, it could.
Yeah.
And then he just walks away outside the door. He doesn't take it back and continue. He just leaves it with her and just walks away. And
It could.
and like she is not used to people like not really caring about their grade in class. She's used to like bartering. She's used to like that stuff. And he's like, what? And me and like a couple of my friends are just like, we're not laughing. You can see us breaking like smiles and like coughing a bit as we're doing it because they're just like, Pete.
That's Pete.
usually your little low effort shtick can piss us off sometimes, but this time it gave us a boost in morale. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, but like that was like I did that a lot too. Like when I will get a test and I will like read the whole test first, right? And I will like single out the questions I didn't want to deal with. Like I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Which ones can I skip and still pass? And I would just do that. I will do the math in my. I will do like the calculation in my brain. Like, okay, how many questions do I need to answer to pass? Which ones do I need to answer to pass? And everything else, I was just like, yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So I'm not going to. And I didn't do it.
I would just usually what I would do is just like I do that sort of by like oh, there's a but, I think.
Yeah.
What I'd usually do is I would do something similar, but it would just be like, okay, what questions do I do first? And then like, well, I'm gonna be because if it was high school, it's like I'm gonna be in the class anyway.
Yeah.
So like even if I finish the exam, I'm gonna be surrounded by people who did the exam, who are still doing the exam. So there's no entertainment purposes. I can't leave the class early. So
Wait,
I'm
didn't
like,
you do that?
No.
On my school.
For finals, yes. For finals, yes, but for any other test, no.
On my school, on my school, like when you finish the exam, you could just like walk out of the classroom
No,
and like
yeah,
sit outside.
I'm not just talking about final exams. I'm talking like
No, but like in general.
Final exams you could. Yeah, no, exactly. So no, like for testing, because the thing was is like, okay, well you have classes after this, and
Yeah, but like
the
we didn't
test
leave
might
the
not be
school. We didn't leave the school. We would like
Yeah,
sit
no.
outside with our phones, like outside the classroom with our phones.
No, but they wouldn't allow that. They'd also because like the test wouldn't necessarily be at the end of class. The way the test could be is it wouldn't eat up the entire class. It would just be part of the class, and the rest would be a lesson.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, they were just like, okay, yeah, no, you're not gonna leave it. And I was like, all right, fine.
There was
So,
one
like,
thing
yeah,
I
that was
actually
usually
like.
how I did.
I remember in high school I started like, because I had a friend who also like because I always finish tests really fast, and I had a friend who like also finished tests really fast. So what we started doing is that like, she would like bring books and we would like sit outside and she would like read to me. And so I started really like getting excited for exams because I will get to like sit outside with my head on her boobs and get a book read to me. That was really nice.
Okay. Well, in high school, I got
It
like
was really
spares, and
nice.
I would just go to
I
the
missed that.
I would go to the library with my friend who also got a spare, and then we convinced our third friend to get a spare because he could afford it, and so we were just hanging in the library, but our fourth friend couldn't drop the class.
Yeah.
He was like, "You traitors!" So he would literally say he would go to the bathroom in the middle of the class just to visit us at the library and just go like, "I fucking hate you guys," and then he'd go back. And we'd be like, hee 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 hoo hoo hoo.
And the thing is, like, she was like almost as tall as me, so it was actually really easy to get comfortable on top of her. So it was very
I don't
nice.
think we ever had. I don't think we really had any hot staff at our place. So, I mean, we had a couple. They were married. But it was like whatever.
No, I mean like my classmate that will read to me while I sit.
Oh, your
while
classmate.
yeah, she was a classmate.
I thought you meant then.
And we would finish the test at the same time. So we would leave the classroom, and I would like lay my head on her boobs, and she would read a book to me. It was really nice.
Okay. Like yeah.
It was really nice.
Why are you sounding increasingly more pathetic? Why
Because I'm easy.
why is your voice shivering? Okay.
Don't check my Twitter. Uh,
Just go on with your weak dog.
no, but yeah, like we miss like I was going to talk about the teachers, my teachers.
Oh no.
No,
I
but like
can't
not
be
the
here
hot
all
ones,
day.
not the hot
No.
ones.
All
That's not what I was
right,
going to
yeah,
talk.
okay.
I was going to talk.
Okay.
Like we had a Spanish teacher who was like on the school for like a couple of years, and it was really funny
Yeah.
because that was after my first like like whatever. I forgot the word already.
Growth spurt.
Yeah, and I was already 6 foot tall, but she was like she was like 4'7". So it was really funny
Oh,
whenever
that's rough.
so it was really funny whenever I had to like she would like make jokes about that. I was like standing next to me and like like looking up. It's like okay, yeah. I think she died. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure there are plenty of like.
Oh, I'm
staff
sure.
that I'd be told.
I'm
are,
sure.
like, dead now.
I'm sure a bunch of my teachers are dead because they were like really old.
Yeah, I mean, my elementary teachers, most definitely, a lot of them are like in the senior bracket. So like, I'm 100% sure they're dead. Like, it is to the point where like, if I decided to like visit my elementary as in like an alumni, none of the staff would have been there.
Yeah.
Like be there. Most of them would just. I'm sure most have either moved, retired, or died.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah. No. Yeah. I don't think anyone would like. I think very few people would recognize my school at this point.
yeah.
I remember there was this teacher, because that was the thing about like, when I was like, okay, so like, since for the entirety of elementary school up until seventh grade, science was a combined subject, right? So you got like chemistry, physics, like biology.
Yeah.
It was a
We
combined
had the
subject.
same. We had the same. Yeah.
And then starting from 8th grade, it got like split, because starting for 8th grade, we actually had to go to the school more hours a week.
For us, it was 10th grade. Yeah.
So it got split into like chemistry, biology, and physics, I think. That was the split. And everyone was like, yeah, I will hear like the people on like the higher grades be like, yeah, like the chemistry teacher is fucking scary. Like she's a huge bitch. Like people will talk about that, or like how annoying she was, how like strict she was, how like scary she was. But then I got to her class and it was like, no, she just like expects you to like try. Like she's not that like bad. She just like wants you to like give a fuck. If you give a fuck, you like he will help you. because like the thing is like,
yeah.
because like the thing is like chemistry was one of those subjects I actually did try because I found it interesting, right? And she was actually like a pretty good teacher. Like she was like actually like she actually like cared about teaching the subject, so it was like an actually like stimulating class. So I will actually pay attention and stuff like that. And I noticed that me and anyone else who was actually paying attention and trying, she would like help you, and she would like bump your grades a little bit up.
Yeah,
and
no,
stuff like
there are
that.
some people like if you actually go material and try,
Yeah.
like like because I knew some of the very anti like this teacher's a bitch, and it's like, well, that's because you like literally
Never do
nothing in
anything
our
on her class. Yeah.
Yeah, like also like you clearly like disrupt the space too. So like I get it. It might suck that she might call you out on it, but at the same time, you're not helping your case by any means.
Yeah. And
yeah,
it's like just and like the thing is like I actually gave a fuck out the class and I was trying, but I was not like super like, because the thing is like I never like gave 100% on any class. Because I never did any homework. Never. I never did any homework, so like I didn't take homework to her class. But she helped me anyway because I was like actually paying attention when we were in class, and I was like, like asking questions and
Yeah.
engaging and stuff like that. So she was like, yeah, like the homework is another topic.
Yeah. I just never really had much of an issue again. Like, I mean, I'm sure in elementary because I was talkative and easily distracted, I would get on teachers' nerves. But like as I grew older, is like my brain was just like, if I get on their bad side, all that's gonna happen is I'm just gonna have a very annoying semester. So I'm gonna spare myself that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember when I was in first grade, my teacher fucking hated me.
You're cutting out.
What about now? I think it was because I had my hand
better.
Yeah, I think it was because I moved my hand in front of the microphone.
Mm.
But when I was in first grade, my teacher fucking hated me. But I think I know why. Because
my first grade teacher was awful too. Yeah, you go ahead.
because I'm thinking about like I'm thinking about like what happened when I was in her class, and I'm remembering like within the first month, I was just sitting on the back of the class, laughing like an idiot and cutting my hands up with scissors. Like I just took out scissors and started cutting the skin on my hands, and I was laughing.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
So I think she didn't hate me. I think she just thought I was insane and was scared a little bit.
Yeah, no, most people just all I know from my experience talking to people who were in her class is like everyone hated my first grade teacher.
Yeah.
So like she was not even that good of it. She had one movie day, and she just used it as an excuse to watch that movie where like God, what's the fucking movie? The movie where like this soldier goes out to war and he's believed to be dead, and the wife and the best friend end up together, and then he comes back and he reveals that he's alive, and then it becomes the love triangle. And like as a kid, I'm just like, why the fuck are you making us watch this soap opera? And it was clear that it's just because like she clearly like rented this as a DVD, maybe for a date. That never happened, and then she just watched it.
Yeah,
She made us all watch it.
I did have a teacher that was that a lot. That was like that a lot. He's like, hey teacher, why are we watching Blue Lagoon right now?
Yeah, it's just like,
why are we watching Requiem for a Dream? To be fair, that is a good movie, but like what is the educative like value of watching that movie in high school?
She was just always on a short fuse, to the point where like when we had our grade 8 graduation, she had long left our school, but somehow she was teaching in another school that was holding on post graduation dance in the same event hall.
Yeah.
Like a couple doors down, and she and my friend, she saw my friend and then she saw me, and he's like, "Oh, Nick and I'll give him a different name. Nick and Lewis, like, it's like I long time no see. Wow, time flies. You guys graduated. You know, back then, I didn't like you guys." And Lewis, without missing a beat, is like, "I'm gonna be real with you. I don't like you now." And we just stood there awkwardly. And I was like, it's like in my brain, I was like flabbergasted, like Lewis. And then I thought about it for a second. I was like, oh yeah, she's not really a teacher in our school. You could just say that.
What are you going to do?
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
We all just kind of stood there for an additional minute before we all kind of like left and went back to our hall rooms.
I do remember like I don't like there was a teacher that was actually like a really sad because he was like the computer lab teacher, right?
That's a similar case to mine. We had a high school, right? Because our computer lab teacher was a bummer too.
No, but like the thing is like for like most of the time I was in high school, he was like a cool dude. He was actually like really engaging, really fun. A really fun class to go. It was really fun. But then when I was in 10th grade, his mom died.
Oh, that's sad.
And he was just never the same person again. Like that broke something inside of him. And he was he was always so sad to see him after that because he was never the same.
Yeah, ours was like perpetually pissy because his wife was in some sort of medical condition that was affecting her spine.
Yeah.
I think her spinal fluid primarily. So he was just he wasn't actively hostile to us, but it was clear that you were always one bad conversation away from him yelling.
Yeah.
So everyone was kind of like on edge and like
You know, walking on eggshells around him.
walking on eggshells and trying not to like aggravate him anymore. I mean, you'll always get like some of the people who just don't read the room, but like he would be one of those guys who would be like he would still teach, he would still do the basics, he would still help you if you asked. He would seem tired, but he would still do it to the best of his ability. So like yeah, which is why like during that sem it was even I would like think is like he is kind of a dick, but then like afterwards I thought about it more. I'm like yeah no that was pretty rough for him. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I also had a teacher with like a huge fucking ass. I don't remember anything else about her.
I just told you we were staying away from the thirst trap ones because this would be no.
I actually didn't have like I didn't have like that many, like it was her, right? Then it was one of the nuns who was like helping with the religions class for like a while, who was also like really hot. And there was also like the school counselor, and I kept making excuses to go to her office. I keep
Yeah, you told me this since we know you.
Yeah. But other than that, it was just like a bunch of like grannies, and like
Yeah.
and like old dudes, and like a lot of them were cool people, and I did enjoy their classes, and
Yeah.
but like yeah, just like an old like an old dude, nothing particularly like
Yeah.
like
We
an
had
old
some
lady.
cool ones. We had one we had one that was getting tired that we were playing Halo Combat Evolved in his class. So he installed it on his computer, went into the LAN network, and started killing people, telling them to go back coding. You're like, all right,
It's like skill,
all right,
skill
fair.
issue, and you have to respect that.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, was it skill issue? All he'd do is he'd get in the tank and womp us. But I mean, hey, we still got womped, so.
No, like I don't know, that reminds me of of like um a post I saw earlier today on Tumblr. It was someone being like, okay, so this is how I win every match in Marvel Rivals. I get into the match, I go into chat and I type the Avenger movies are made. And when everyone else is typing the response, I kill them.
Valid. Valid. Yeah, that's a pretty good. That's like a pretty good bait.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah. But man, that fucking counselor was hot. Like I still think about her sometimes. She was really like I think she was genuinely
I'm
one of the
aware.
I think she was genuinely one of the prettiest women I've ever seen in my life. Like still to this day, she was really pretty.
Oh, that is a pretty good. That's a pretty interesting thing. Who would I consider as like hands down the most beautiful person that I've ever set my gaze on? Like met? I probably forget.
Yeah, I feel like
Oh no.
I don't know. I feel like if you're going to have that conversation, you're going to like to make it interesting. You have to restrict it to like people
Yeah, because celebrities
know.
are just an easy pass.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like I could just list like 10 cosplayers on Twitter, and I'll be that. But like you have to restrict it to like people you know, or that you like saw in real life.
I don't know, because you know me well enough where it's like I don't get impressed by looks, because if someone just innately comes at me with the energy where they irritate me, that's the bigger imprint they have on me. So yeah.
Can you imagine it? Like I wasn't born with autism. I just like gave myself autism by pretending to be on her office so long.
Your body just like evolved past it. I'm trying to think. Was there?
It'd be really funny.
I mean, I'm sure like when I was younger I would say my crushes, but like now it's just like whatever.
Yeah, I did have a classmate who was like everyone had a crush on her because she looked.
Oh yeah, there's always like the one, right?
Yeah.
Her like school. Yeah.
Everyone had a crush on her, and the reason everyone had a crush on her is because she literally looked like Scarlett Johansson as a teenager. It was literally what she looked like. So it's like, okay. The fuck did you come from?
There was one way back when I was younger where it's like she was like the smartest one, and she was pretty, so it was like everyone wanted to impress her. And then she went out with one guy because I think they were childhood friends, and then I don't think that lasted past high school. And then in high school there was like one girl who everyone had a crush on, and I was her friend. And I was just genuinely confused. Is like, why do you all like her? Like, I've talked to her. She's a mess.
Yeah, like I know her, but like
I know her. She's
Nick, you
a
don't,
fucking
Nick, you don't,
idiot.
Nick, you don't understand. One man's patient,
Hmm.
one man's psychiatric case is another man's all I ever wanted.
Okay then. All right. I guess I can't fight that.
I do remember, like, because because I have autism, and one of the things about autism,
She was a good person
in
though.
case you
I'll
hadn't
say that.
noticed, in case you hadn't noticed, I have autism.
Yeah.
I think I hide it pretty well.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Yeah,
say
you
that
do.
without laughing.
Yeah, you think you hide it that well? You
Yeah,
think you're kind of stealthy with it?
yeah, and the thing is, like, one of the things about that is, like, you don't get to, like, you are really bad at reading, like, social clues. You are really bad at reading the room.
Yeah.
So
That's autism, as I've been told.
something that happened a lot, a frustrating amount, because looking back, it feels like a lot of wasted opportunities. Something that happened a lot is, like, I will be talking to someone, and I will be like, yeah, that girl had a crush on you, and she was giving you clues and shit. And I was like, I didn't notice. I didn't notice.
Oh, I've never had that.
And I like her
I don't
too.
know.
And I didn't notice.
Mm,
And it's like, oh no. And that happened a frustrating amount of times.
Look at Miss Popular over here, everybody.
Listen,
Fucking so pretty, and everyone likes her.
I have that I have that autism breeze.
Mm. Mm. Do you? I just think to be fair though,
Bitches cannot resist
like
my tism swagger.
I feel like on my end, at least from my observation, also talking because I would talk to like guys and girls pretty easily
Yeah.
growing up. Mostly in my high school thing is like guys just are not equipped to understand that someone could actually like them. We don't like possibilities. We just want people to say it more often.
Yeah.
And so like we kind of downplay it otherwise. So like cuz like if someone went like, "Oh, I bet you she likes you." You'd be like, "Yeah, whatever, shut up, bro." Cuz you think your homie is just messing with you. But like the amount of conversations I've had with like girls in my year is like they knew guys like them.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, then
Say
why
something
don't you
about
ask
that?
him out? Well, okay, well, do you like him? And then sometimes they go no. I'm like, okay, I guess that kind of works out. And then other times they'd be like, I do. I'm like, okay, but why don't you ask him? He's like, he has to do it. I'm like, what the? Okay, this is weird.
Yeah, it's like the
Have
weird
you given
societal
have
thing.
you given him hints? And then they tell me hints, and this is obviously where like the cultural gender discrepancy comes, where I'm just like, these are the most useless hints I've ever heard on the face of the earth.
Yeah, I think the hints guys give are pretty obvious. It's like,
No,
do you like me? No, then why you're sitting at my tits?
it's not just like perverse. It's just like I've had guy friends who just like they'll say sweet stuff too, but it's just like they're very nervous and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
so, to be fair, the same on the girl like friends that do that too. But it's just like when it came to like asking a guy friend,
and like we
do
both
you think she likes you? The answer would always be no. But like the girlfriends would kind of know more often. At least from my generation growing up.
and like we both have friends. We know damn well that women can be equally as perverted.
What?
We know damn well that women can be equally as perverted. We both have friends that prove that.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, me aside.
Yeah, I think yeah. I mean, even growing up in high school is like it totally flew over my head that they're just as hormonal.
Yeah.
And until like I would talk to them and they would reveal that and you're like, "Oh man. Girls don't understand one milk can destroy us. That's a little too real." That's a little too real. But yeah.
No, but like every now and then I think about this I think about this girl. She was like, I genuinely thought she was like one of the prettiest ones around.
Mhm.
Because she was like really like genuinely like super pretty. She had a great body. She was a natural redhead. She was really funny. I really did, I did like her for a really long time. And then we met
Yeah.
back. And then we met back on like on like a high school reunion thing.
Mhm.
And she told me that like back then she liked me.
Okay. Yeah,
And
I mean, like, yeah,
and
that's
I was just
valid.
like shaking, like trying to not explode. Like, why didn't you tell me? I had the biggest crush on you. Why didn't you tell me?
I will say, like, I'll try not to keep the discourse too gendered, because like obviously things change, and like depending, this is my anecdotal thing for a different high school maybe in my year, maybe more people were like on the opposite end, but it's just like there is a frustration in, I think, certain Western cultures, or just like, you know what, just cultures where it's like monogendered expectation of like telling feelings. I think in like Japan and stuff, it's just like usually the girls are expected to be the ones that confess.
Yeah,
And it's just like, just normalize
saying
anyone
stuff.
asking out anyone. Yeah, just normalize communication.
Yeah, can you imagine
Like
that
don't,
communication? That would be crazy.
yeah, don't hype up like a traditionally this is how it's supposed to be. It's like people are just gonna bottle themselves up, and they're gonna consider their self-worth like low if another person is just too afraid to say anything. And so like it's scary. I mean, I think that's like life. Growing up, there are many opportunities where I just never told someone how I felt, and it's like that's life. Rejection is
Yeah,
a very scary thing,
but
but
also
it's just like, yeah,
like the
it's just like
hints.
normalize communication and the ability to reject people politely and just
Yeah,
figure out from there.
like the
I think the
hints.
nicest rejection I've ever had was in university. Anyway, go
Yeah,
ahead. Yeah.
like the hints. Some of those like girls will give us like, why did you think I will catch that? Why did you think I would like
Yeah. No.
understand that? Like,
Okay.
because like I remember there was this one that liked me, and when she's one other one that told me eventually that she liked me, and the thing she will do is she will like sit next to me, and just like pinch me all day, and it's like, how was I supposed to know that? I just thought you were
That's more like sisterly energy than
I,
anything.
I
Yeah.
just thought you were insane.
No, because like I think because I'm trauma dumping. I was like the friend in high school that a lot of girls would just talk to because they wanted guy insight, and I seemed pretty neutral.
Yeah,
And so like
you are a very safe guy.
safe.
No, but like you understand what I
Oh
mean.
boy.
Like you feel like there's a feeling of safety around you. Like, yeah, he's not going
Aw.
to take advantage of me. He's not going to like, you know,
Aw.
which that is rare, I think. So maybe that's why.
Well, it's not like, it's just like, just be friendly and don't expect shit. Just
Yeah,
just be just be courteous. Common courtesy is just like normal. And it's just like, I'm very much like, I've said it. I've grown up in the instance where it's like I've had like crushes, but it would need some sort of emotional pass first, right?
yeah.
It would need like
Like we need to be
the
friends
girl would
first.
have, well, yeah, essentially, or the girl would have to say something in which is like, okay, we have similar interests, and we could talk about this. It's like, I'm not impressed by a pretty face. So like
I am very easily.
so you know, they talked to me mostly because I had a lot of guy friends, or like I would end up being friends with the guy that they liked, mostly because I was very much like, I'd say like in high school I was a wallflower, but in the way where it's like I could kind of like travel between different like cliques, and they
Yeah,
wouldn't mind me. It's not like I was popular, but they could talk to me and we'd be on amicable terms.
yeah,
So they'd usually just talk to me on, like, girls would usually just talk to me just on some insight on the guy that they liked, or just like generally just shooting the shit. And yeah, some of the hints that you get are just like that they think work, are just like so nothing.
yeah.
It's just because like one way it's like, I don't get it. He didn't like ask me out or anything. Is like, well, what did you tell him? It's like, I told him I was really looking forward to this movie. Which,
Yeah.
what the fuck? It's like, yeah, so he would ask me out to the movie. And it's like, you could just say you wish someone could ask you. Did you say that part? And it's like, no, I just said I was looking forward to it.
Or just tell him. He's like, just tell him. Just say, hey, do you want to go to
Or
this
just
movie with
tell him,
me?
or just invite him,
Yeah, you want
or
to go to
just
this movie with
invite
me?
him.
Just like even like
It's frustrating. I'm so like uninterested in the dance of seduction. I find it so pointless, to the point where like I have had like the mutual friends who are girls, where it's like I know okay, like I'm friends with the girl and I'm friends with the guy, and they both like each other, and I'm just like sitting there, and I'm like, well, I can just tell them, and then a mutual is like, who like puts their hand on their shoulders, like, no, they need to do this themselves. Like, what the what?
Yeah. But like that is one of
There,
that is definitely like
nothing is going on.
that is definitely like a teenager thing. Because the more I talk about people who are like you know like already on like their 30s, their 40s, uh, they're just tired of that. They're just tired
Yeah,
of
they're
that.
just like,
They're just like
yeah.
like a
If a homie came up to me and told me that girl likes you, and I'm like, oh, you mean that girl I like? He's like, yeah. He's like, thanks, man. Thanks for letting me know. I'll ask her out.
yeah.
What the fuck would be the point?
Like I was talking to someone.
Stupid.
I was talking
It
to
sullies the honor of it.
I was talking to someone the other day, and she's like on her late 30s. She's like already like married. She married recently, so like she's like done with that, you know. She's
Yeah,
done with
no,
that.
it's
She's
just
done
like,
with that song and dance. And I was talking to her, and she was telling me that when she met her husband, and like when she started like feeling stuff with her husband for her husband, and they started like, hanging out. At some point, she just decided to cut the shit and look at him in the eyes and went, "Hey, you wanna go to my basement, smoke weed, and have sex?" And he went, "Yeah."
that's a really romantic. That's a really romantic start for the marriage. But like, yeah, let's just like, it's
And he went, "Yeah."
yeah,
And they married. They're
yeah.
married.
Like, hey, like it's rejection is scary. It can be very scary because some like especially in your youth because people can be a little too blunt and cruel and not really factor in your feelings. But like, it's um it's just something you kind of have to stomach because like rejection hurts, but as you grow older, you realize like, okay, if this person rejects me cruelly,
Yeah.
then that illusion I had of them is not real. And then I was like, oh, thank God the person I was in love with wasn't real. So I don't feel bad that I was rejected by a jackass. Right?
Yeah.
It'd be different if you were like rejected in such a way from a really nice person
Yeah.
and they just like I can't like you in that way. But if they like kind of are mean about it, it's like you can go like, "Oh, you're not who I thought you were." So like why am I that beat up about it, right?
Yeah.
You're different than even if you said yes, I would have ended up with someone completely different than the more positive
Yeah.
impression that I had on you. But like university, I remember one of the sweetest things was like I asked out a girl um to lunch and then I clarified like, okay, is it a date? And she's like, you mean like a date? I'm like, yes. And she's like, no, but I still want to have lunch with you. And I was like, okay. And that was
Yeah.
sweet. And we talked. There were no like there's no baggage. We were very respectful. We were friendly and we still talk
Yeah.
to this day.
I
So like, yeah.
I think that was like one of the like socially speaking. I think that that was one of my most like valuable like learning experiences. It was like I was in like middle school. I really like this girl, so I asked her out. I told her, I like you. I want to blah, 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 blah. And she told me like, yeah,
You just go home and cry in the shower. No, I was fine.
yeah,
I was
and
fine because like I kind of knew. Like it gets easier when you're older. I
yeah,
promise you.
uh,
Well, okay, easier in some parts, but like yeah.
yeah. So I told her, like, yeah, I like you, and she told me no, but like, she was like nice. It was like, she was like nice about it. She was like,
Yeah.
but the thing is like, we were
I
sitting,
still look back on it positively. Like if someone treats you with respect and that form of like still letting you know, right,
yeah,
that you're someone that it isn't an issue of you as a person.
yeah,
It's very sweet. Yeah.
yeah, because sometimes people just don't like people, and that's normal.
Yeah, like if it's just like the honest like I can't see us past friends or if it's just like I'm not ready for a relationship and they're being honest, it's like, yeah, no, cool. And like to be fair, another piece of advice is like if someone goes like I'm not ready for a relationship, maybe don't fixate on that part and go like now I just got to wait till they're ready. Is like that's not healthy for anyone.
Yeah,
Don't do that. I've seen people who do that. Don't do that. It's
yeah.
like bad. Yeah.
Yeah, so with this girl, the problem with this girl, or what I originally thought was going to be a problem, is that we were like, because back then we when I was in school we had like assigned seats. We couldn't like pick any seat. It was like, yeah, you go here, you go here, you here, right?
Mm.
So we had to like sit on like the same desk every day because it was assigned to us by a teacher at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
And the thing is like we were next to each other. Um, so at first I thought that was going to be a problem, right? I thought it was going to be like tense. I thought it was going to be like weird. After that happened, after I told her and she told me like, yeah, actually, like I don't see you, I don't see you like that or whatever. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
but like no, we actually just like kept talking and we actually became really good friends. And it never like went past that
Yeah.
again. It never like went past that again. I never tried anything again with her, and like it never like we just stayed like it just stayed platonic like for the rest of high school, and it was very nice. You actually like became a really good friend of mine, and it was like that was I think that was a really valuable learning moment for me. It's like, oh, you can actually just do that. You can actually just like
Yeah, yeah.
you can actually just become a
It's not
friend with
always
someone you
do or
like
die.
and not do anything.
Now that yeah, now that being said, there are people who like don't deal with it well in relationships. Like friendships can fall apart from it because like people just don't know how to go with it. I've I've confessed to someone who was a friend and then they told me they would respond in a week,
That's
which is
weird.
like not good. I would have just rather you say no because that just built anxiety. And
Yeah,
right? And you already know it's going to go no. If they just liked you, they would just say yes.
yeah,
So like obviously the rejection came. She couldn't even tell it to me to my face. She had to message me. And it was just that was one of the most negative experiences. And she lied too, which I think was like the biggest bummer. Is just like you didn't even respect me enough as a friend to tell me that you just don't see me that way. I would have rather you be blunt on that.
yeah,
And like she said it was because she wasn't ready for a relationship, and lo and behold, she gets in a relationship like a week later. And it's like, I'm a I'm a big boy. Just tell me that.
yeah.
Now this has kind of made it awkward for us as
Everyone.
friends, and of course we kind of like fell apart. We didn't have a big fight or anything. We just like stopped talking to each other,
Yeah, it got
and then it
sour,
was
it
just
got
like
weird, so you just drift apart.
yeah, and it's just like I think a lot of people can't handle confrontation well, and I don't want to vilify her on it. There are better ways to go about it, but it's just like maybe don't tell people wait for my answer.
Yeah, I feel like
Or at least not a week. Like that's a lot. That's yeah, it takes a lot of courage for a person to like expose themselves and be vulnerable in that way of going that they want to be intimate with you and they see you and like admire you in that way.
yeah,
So like at least meet them halfway to like whatever can work. Now that being said, obviously like there are some exceptions, I'm sure. Like if the person doesn't seem mentally stable as they confess to you, yeah, maybe distance yourself
yeah,
a bit, but yeah. Yeah. So like
yeah, and
yeah.
I think that's
It's always yeah.
like definitely like there are better ways to handle that, but I think like that's a reason I'm not like super eager um to like to like condemn women for not being like super blunt or super direct about that is because like it's dangerous out there.
Yeah, yeah, it
So
is.
like maybe they had like a bad experience that makes it like really hard for them to like feel safe saying no.
Yeah. There are situations like that too. So like you always like feel it out, I suppose. Like and it's not just for women. Just like in any situation, like okay, if the other person seems like unstable, like yes, I'd say like buy yourself something that can get you some distance and figure out that and be careful. But it's like if the person was like a longtime friend and you can hear the sincerity and stuff like that, do try to meet them part way.
Yeah,
Admittedly, it's going to be scary that your dynamic's going to change, and maybe you don't want it to change. But the unfortunate reality is it is going to change, no
yeah,
matter the answer you have. So you might as well just be honest and try your best to do damage control. And honestly, if you respond respectfully and with courtesy, like I can't see you like that, it won't work out. And then they respond with hostility, well then okay, yeah, then it's on them. Like fuck them.
yeah, and
Like
like
they need to
and like
go away.
maybe you didn't want to be friends with that person anyway because something else was going to
Yeah,
to trip them
if they're
off.
because like if their whole thing was like okay, I couldn't look past you beyond that, and then you were just this to me, it's like that's not the healthiest
Yeah,
foundation
or
for
if they're
friendship.
or
So
if they're that explosive or like a refusal, like
rejection,
something else was going to like trip them up eventually. Like there was
yeah,
just some aggressiveness in there.
it's a delicate balance. It's very scary. I've also just remembered like people who've played like way too much of the long game of just like I'm gonna be her friend for X amount of years, and then ask her, and it's like, bro, she's just gonna start seeing you as a friend because that's what you are.
Yeah.
Like I get it. I do find more attraction to people I know off the hand, like for a while, but the more you sink into that, the more the person's gonna be afraid of what they're gonna lose, like the familiarity
Or
that
they're
they
just
might
going to start
lose.
dating someone else.
Or yeah, or they're just gonna see you as a friend and date someone else. So yeah, it's it's complicated. It's always complicated.
Yeah.
No, we are not gurus of love, but we simply speak from our anecdotal experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, aliens.
What about aliens?
I'm just wondering, like, why did I bring my desk all the way here? Like, we could have come with, like, a phone screen for the chat.
You're the one who did this.
I know, but like, I'm just wondering why I did that.
Why are you asking me? I don't know how your mind goddamn works anymore.
Nick, this is
I didn't know how from start. Like,
Nick, this is a CRT.
don't put
It
this on
weighs
me.
more than I do.
Yeah, and you brought it here. Why?
I don't know.
You had teleportation magic last time. I saw you roll us out on a trolley. I don't understand your methods, woman.
I don't either. My brain works in mysterious ways.
Valid. Okay. How was your week?
busy. Really fucking busy.
Okay.
Starting with remember how last week I told you I was going to to like to like to like register for a bachelor degrees and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, you notified me in the chat, but go ahead, tell the stream.
Yeah. It was like this week was like the selection stuff and stuff like that, and I got approved. I'm going to like start.
Congratulations.
They're going to send me more information about like the actual like registration with like formal registration and stuff like that in the future. But it was really weird because like normally you have to do tests, right? No, and those tests were supposed to be like this week, so I was like preparing for those tests. But then the day before the tests are supposed to start, they send me a message and they call me to tell me, "Hey, we checked your academic history and you don't have to do a test. We're just going to let you in." And I was like, "What? The fuck do you mean? What academic history? What did I do? Huh? What do you mean by that? Why was I studying then? Why didn't you tell me earlier?" But yeah, I checked like the website and it says I was like selected. So it was true that I didn't have to do a test. So that's nice. So I don't know what they checked because I never did any homework. I got a lot of C's. I don't know what they checked. But then the week started getting like busier because my sister got sick, right?
Oh no.
Yeah, her tonsils are like the size of like a fist right now.
Ugh.
It's very nasty. So yeah, like my mom is taking care of her, but it means I have to like pick up some of the slack around the house with like the chores and stuff like that. So I was also busy with that. And then I got like approval for like 2 different doctor's appointments I was waiting for. I got them programmed for this week too, so I had like to like also like go to that, right? I was like, yeah, I have to go to the psychologist, I have to go to the psychiatrist, I have to like get my medicines right now, like refilled. I had to deal with that too. And I went to the psychiatrist and I talked to the psychiatrist and she started asking me some like really like randomly specific questions. And then she told me she was going to send me to the neuropsychologist because I might be legally disabled.
Well, yeah. Hell, Candy. I'm legal. I'm like, I can pick up disability like, benefits for when in uni and stuff like that. And my condition might like is not as severe as yours. In multiple avenues. That's not a bag on you. It's just like, yes, you should check your benefits.
Yeah, she's going to send me to the neuropsychologist because I may be like legally disabled and I may not be entirely competent to live alone.
I mean, like, yeah, hell, like, don't feel ashamed or anything. It's just like if you have the means to get like benefits for a disability, like, fuck yeah, like get that shit.
But, like, she actually did tell my mom, like, if she tries to move or like buy a house or something like that, don't let her because we don't know if she can actually live alone. We need to check that.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I know how to cook. What do you mean?
Well, isolation's a poison, right? I feel like you would need to have a partner or something. It
No,
can be
no, I
really.
think they were talking about supervision. I think they think I need adult
Uh,
supervision.
I don't think New Zealand can agree on that stuff, but you might as well look into it. Oh, yeah, always look into your options.
Yeah.
Just like like you'll be surprised at like what you can do, and it's like, oh, it's always worth the effort, right? So hell,
Yeah.
I didn't think I was eligible for benefits, and then I turned out to be eligible for benefits during my uni run. I haven't really looked into overall governmental benefits. I did some paperwork earlier this month to explore that for help on debt relief,
Yeah.
and they said I'm supposedly eligible, but we have to go through a back and forth process, which is very annoying. But like, yes, like always just for anyone who somehow stumbles across this is like if you aren't officially diagnosed, go see a doctor, see what you can do, get it official on paper. It might be a little painful for morale, but you open up some things like
Yeah,
the
it may
correct
open some
care
doors
that
that
you
might
could be
help you.
getting. Yeah, and like possible things that your government can do to aid you, and don't feel lesser for it. People's journeys are different. People have different starting paths. Think of it like how some people are born rich, some people are born poor. It's just your start. Take advantage of whatever help you can get. There's no shame in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
doggo.
and then my
It's okay, doggo.
camera broke, and then my headphones broke,
Oof.
and then I bought
Yeah.
more, and then I ordered new headphones, and then the shipment got delayed, and they haven't arrived yet.
Oh no.
So I'm actually streaming with only one ear because I only get the left audio right now.
I do that. I do that a lot, mostly because I'm like always on standby for call to do some
Yeah.
inane bullshit. So
Uh,
I
and
I
throughout,
I can't. If I'm in the house with people, I can't have both my earphones on because I
yeah,
just listen to music, and then people will yell 13 times, and then they'll come to my room. It's like, "Are you listening to me?" I was like, "Fuck no, I was jamming."
yeah. Speaking of yamming, though,
No.
like throughout this entire thing, throughout all the stuff I had to deal with this week, I've been like, there's been this stupid fucking song stuck in my head. I don't know where it came from. I don't know what it is about. But it's just like, I woke up with a boner,
You,
boner. I woke up
well,
with a
yeah, I
boner,
was gonna say
penis.
you
I
you
woke
know
up.
what it's about. Yeah, because the lyrics tell you.
And it's like, it's been stuck in my head, like, and you're going to suffer with me. You're about to suffer with me.
I'm good. My current fixation is me. Well, I'll get it to my week, but yeah.
I'm playing the song right now. I woke up
Well, I
with a
don't turn
boner.
the stream
I
audio
woke
on
up with a
until like I
boner.
have to test audio.
I woke up with a boner.
Cleaning my dog's
You
eye.
think it's actually kind of good? The song is actually kind of good.
Who told you this? Oh, my dog was sneezed.
I woke up with a boner, boner. I woke up with a boner.
Oh my god, what?
And this song has been stuck in my head the entire week. I've been like,
Well, that's the thing with earworms.
yeah. So like I would be like doing chores around the house, cooking. I will be like dealing with the medical stuff, and I'm just like humming along. I woke up with a boner, boner. I woke up with a boner, penis. I woke up with a boner. And it's like
I have to let my dog out. There we go.
I woke up with a boner, boner. And I wish because like the thing is like I'm genuinely like fairly resistant to earworms. Like usually a song gets stuck in my head for like a couple of hours and then it leaves.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, this one stuck. I don't know why. This is the worst earworm because I'm scared of like saying that in front of someone.
Yeah, that is true.
I'm
The song
scared
is
of
like bad.
I'm scared of just like being
Yeah.
in a room with someone and suddenly being like, I woke up with a boner.
I I have to like find some new game OSTs and stuff to listen to music to because my music selection has gotten pretty stale. I've been listening I listen to like one K-pop group over and over again and now like that's running its course.
Yeah,
So like I need more music.
I'm going to get to K-pop in like 15 years because the thing I
That's fine.
realize is that like I'm always like 15 years behind when it comes to popular music.
That happens.
So like right now I'm discovering boy bands.
Hmm.
So like in 20 years I'm probably going to really like K-pop.
Boy band friend groups are probably one of my favorite tropes.
Yeah. So like
Yeah, like
in
if it's
20
like the
years I'm going to
party.
probably really like K-pop while the children listen to like AI generated slop or something. I don't know.
Yeah, at some point it just becomes like ultra frequencies. It's just like radio feedback and shit, and they're like, "Oh, this shit's fire," and like, what?
Yeah, did you hear the new song by Grok? It's called Blah. And it goes
And then
it's
yeah,
fire.
yeah, and I'm just like staring at my grandson, just like, "Oh my god."
Can you imagine that? Like if Grok ever becomes like a Billboard topping artist, I'm going to kill myself. Because that is the bad timeline. We are in the
It'll
bad
just be
place.
one singular note, pitch shifted, and then that'll be it. That'll be the song, and they're like, "Oh my god!" And I know I'll get some hipster doofus explaining to me like the artistic elements to it, and I'll just be like, "I don't care. This is stupid.
I think for me it's more
It's
like the
not my thing. It's
I
stupid."
think for me it's more like the principle of the thing. If I ever see Grok on like the Billboard Top 100, I'm like this is the bad place.
It is a pretty bad timeline.
This is the bad
Yeah.
place.
I think the only AI generated song I've ever listened to is the one of is KSI the streamer who always streams like soccer and stuff?
Yeah,
The one that boxed Logan Paul?
I think.
Yeah, he was the one who released that really trash song that the
Yeah,
internet made fun of. They did an AI generated 1940s version, like a barbershop quartet one,
yeah.
and I listened to that, and that one was actually pretty good. And the joke was just like, this is somehow better than the original that this man actually put work
Yeah,
into.
that was what I was going to say. His music is so bad that even AI is better at that than him.
Yeah, and it's just like, yeah, all right. I don't think I've ever listened to any other AI generated song that's actually good. I've heard
YouTube
the
is
AI
trying.
generated
YouTube is
mashups.
really trying.
Yeah, I've heard AI generated mashups, and they usually just sound
Bad.
really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, no.
YouTube is really trying to get me to like watch AI generated stuff. Like it keeps suggesting me music with like that is very obviously just made by an AI with like AI cover art and
Mhm.
AI name. And it's like, how no, how we don't do that?
Yeah, it's getting. Oh, didn't Capcom do something cool where it's like some sort of AI artist like won their art competition and they went, no, we're resetting it. We're
Yeah,
resetting the whole competition
yeah,
because no.
no,
And it's just like, yeah, no, stand by your principles. It's actually really cool.
yeah.
Thank you, Capcom.
Thank you, Capcom.
Thank you, Capcom.
Now let me leak Gemma's sweat, please.
On to my week.
No, I'm not done with my week actually.
Oh God.
No, don't worry. This is
I'm
actually
kidding.
good. This is actually good
Yeah,
because
no, I'm
I
messing with you.
started reading a book.
What book?
I haven't finished it because it's longish,
Mm-hmm.
but I started reading a
Mm.
book. It is called Pilgrim in the Microverse. Let me see because I forgot the guy's last name. Pilgrim in the Microverse by David Sudnow.
Okay.
And the thing is like David Sudnow, um, and this book is really interesting because it's the first book ever about video games in any way.
Oh, really?
Like it's the first book anyone ever wrote about a video game in any way. Uh, So it's an old book. It's about a game on the Atari 2600. So it's an old book.
Mm-hmm.
And the context is very interesting because the guy who wrote the book, David, so now was already an old guy when that started to happen. Like he was born in the 30s, and he's already dead because he
Yeah.
was born in the 30s.
That's
Like that's not even like a like yeah. Of course he did. He will be like 90 something right now.
mm-hmm.
Um, and he was like like the thing is like even for someone his age, he was not like a very technologically inclined person. Like even by the standard of someone born in the 30s, he was not very big into technology. Um, but the thing is like he was like a sociologist. He was also like a musician, a piano teacher, a piano player. And that was like his area of
Mm-hmm.
like study. He would like study like the social aspect of like music and like the process of learning music and stuff like that. And he published a few books about that. Um, and he was talking like at the beginning of the book, he's talking about like the fact like he had a teenage son. Oh, Nick left. Nick is gone. Is it because of the dog? Probably because of the dog. His dogs are very needy. And he was like,
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
uh, so at the beginning of the book, he's talking about the fact that he has like a teenage son.
Yeah.
Back when arcades were starting to blow up. I mean, his son was a teenager back when arcades were starting to blow up, and he went to pick him up at an arcade once, and he went in, and just the level of noise and light was so overwhelming for him that it kind of scared him of video games forever.
Mm.
Until he went to
Stimulus overload.
until he got hired because he was a sorry, he also played the piano, so he got hired to like just play the piano for a house party, right? And he was
Yeah.
doing that. He was playing the piano for the house party, and he was like, doing the thing, like me, enjoying the thing. Um, eh, and he was like starting to get annoyed because every now and then he would get interrupted by people just like hollering and like hooting and hollering. So at some point he went to check what was going on, and there was just like a bunch of dudes on a room to the side playing Missile Commando on an Atari 2600.
Okay.
And he decided he was going to like, I'm going to like, why is this so engrossing for these people? I'm going to buy one. So he went to the store and he bought an Atari 2600. And just so you get an idea of the kind of person he was when it comes to technology, when he bought the Atari 2600, he also had to buy a TV. Because the old black and white TV he had didn't work with a fucking Atari 2600.
Oh, okay. I was gonna go like, what? Okay.
That was the kind of person he was with technology. He just like he stopped in the 50s and just like stayed there.
That's pretty funny.
And he wanted
And
to
then video
buy
games brought him to the present.
he wanted to
Well,
buy
the
Missile
contemporary present.
he wanted to buy Missile Commando.
Mhm.
Because that was the game they were playing on the house party, so that was the game he saw that people, and that was the game he wanted to investigate. But they were
Mhm.
out of Missile Commando because young people in the audience, you may not know this, but back in the day, games came in boxes and they could run out of games on the store.
Oh my god. Don't do this.
um, no, but yeah, like so he was like, damn, they don't have the game I wanted. I guess I'm not going to buy this thing. But the clerk on the store convinced him to like, hey, why don't you try this other game instead? And he suggested Breakout. You know Breakout, right? It's the game where you are like a little paddle on the bottom of the screen, and there are blocks on the top, and you're bouncing a ball to break the blocks.
Mhm.
That was the original one, Breakout on the Atari 2600. Because nowadays it has a lot of names. You can even play on Google. Like if you Google Breakout, you can play it on the Google prompt. Um,
Like embedded games. I'm trying to think of others actually.
yeah.
Oh, the snake maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I think you can play Snake. I think you can play like Sudoku on Google. I don't know. There are a few
Oh,
games you
yeah.
can. There are a
I
few
thought
games you
about
can
it.
play on the Google prompt. Really funny. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but also like just like that, just so you get an idea of how primitive this game is. You can just play it on the Google search bar.
That's pretty cool.
Uh, but yeah, he went to his house. He plugs on his new TV. He plugs on the Atari 2600. He picks up the controller. We was one with like a little like wheel that you like move side to side. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and he starts playing the game. And it was really interesting for me to like reading about his experience playing that game because there's so much stuff we take for granted, right? As people who like just like play video games like regularly, there's so much stuff we like take
Yeah.
for granted because like he was talking about like just the experience of spending like a good like 45 50 minutes just like moving the paddle from side to side to like understand exactly how much movement of the controller was equivalent to how much movement on the paddle, right? Because that was something that was completely new to his brain that he has never like tried to like deal with that like level of like abstraction of the action. So he had to like first before playing the game, he had to train himself to like even understand what the connection between the controller and the and and the action on the screen is. And again, this is Breakout. This is like one of the most primitive games you can think of. And he had to spend like almost an hour just like learning how much he needed to move the controller, to move the paddle.
Yeah, that is weird considering like the amount of like games you play, especially nowadays where like that basic motor function seems like intuitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was talking about he needed to like in order to be able to like understand the game, he needed to be able to like in his brain map out an exact amount, like exactly how much movement in the controller is exactly how much pixels in the screen. He needed to like be able to do that to like begin to understand the game.
Yeah.
And then he started playing the game, and he started actually getting a lot into the game. He started getting a lot into the game, and then he started experiencing gamer rage, which is really funny. I'm just imagining this like
Oh, that's pretty
I'm
cool.
just imagining this 50-year-old man sitting in front of his like new TV with his new Atari, playing Breakout and getting angry about the game and screaming at the
Cool is like
screen.
the weird word to yeah, the cool is a weird word to describe it, but just like the idea of like early era video game like rage is pretty funny.
Yeah, because he would like bounce the ball, right? Like the ball bounces, like and the first two times is fine, but then he's convinced that they change the physics on the third bounce because it always bounces different, and he started getting angry about that. He was like, "Why is the ball bouncing different?
I'm
This is not my fault. This is the
I'm
game.
sure
This is the game.
I'm sure kid
The
me
ball,
playing like the Game Boy Advance would have the same logic.
yeah, this is not my fault. The ball is different. Like the ball is bouncing different. It's not the same. It's not the same.
Did you see it? Did you see it? You saw it? It was cheap.
Yeah, it's the physics. It's the physics. It's the controller.
Believe me. Yeah, it's not me.
It's dropping inputs. Breakout for the Atari 2600 is dropping inputs. Oh yeah, that is like one of the like very interesting. I do remember that story. There was Alien. I think it was Alien Resurrection for the PS1, the game. I'm talking about
Mm,
what Kila mentioned on the chat. It was the first
yeah.
game to have like the standard dual analog controls for shooters. You know, with like the left stick is like forward, backwards, and strafing, and the right stick is like looking around and like up and down. Alien Resurrection was the first game to have that as its like standard controller option, right? And
Mm-hmm.
people were confused. And people like gave the game bad reviews because of that. And like on actual magazines, it got bad reviews because people were confused about like those controls. Because it was like, you know, like a completely brand new kind of abstraction. People didn't understand it. So they thought the game felt bad to play.
That is interesting to think about, though, that gaming has shifted in that way, where it's like since you could be quote unquote genre definers, you, the amount of criticism could be far more unjust.
Yeah. And also like I also remember seeing like magazines on the early 2000s talking about how weird it was that Half-Life by default the movement was on WASD. you know, in WASD, Half-Life,
Mm-hmm.
Half-Life was the first PC game to have like the first PC shooter to have the movement defaulted to those keys. Before Half-Life, it was always on the arrow keys.
Oh yeah.
So like back in
That
when
would seem crazy from the outside perspective. Now it's just like so
so
ingrained.
like back when Half-Life came out, people were like, why isn't the W? Why on random letters and not in the arrows that look like arrows?
And then people realized it's like the greatest thing ever because you can have your right on the fucking mouse.
Okay, controversial opinion. Candy's hot take of the
Mm,
day. Having your movement
mm,
on ESDF is better than WASD.
ESDF. ESDF. I don't feel too much of a difference here.
But you get more keys to the side that are easy to reach. So you can have more
For the
like
purpose
you can have more
of...
intuitive key
Oh, so
bindings
if
for
you're
other actions.
hotkeying...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. If you're... Yeah, okay. You know what?
It is like close
Yeah, no,
enough.
I
It is like
respect this.
it is like close enough that in your hand it feels the same, but you get like a little bit more flexibility. So like
Yeah, because then you could move your ring finger to W or Q or A, and then your index finger to T or G quite easily.
yeah, and you still get access to like
Yeah,
shift and control and alt and space really easy.
but at the same time, wouldn't moving to DRFG also allow your pinky some action for quick key bindings on stuff like Z and X?
Maybe, but I feel like at that point it's a little bit too far for the pinky to reach like shift if you have small hands.
Real?
I mean, I have very I may be biased because I have very big hands. I have
The
very
way
long
the way
fingers.
my keyboard is like since my pinky is resting on Z and it could easily tap like left shift on this. I
No, it's
still
not.
don't get the keyboards are better for gaming than controllers. It depends on the game,
Yeah,
but
and the
usually
thing
if
is
it's an
like
FPS game,
the
it's
thing
gonna be a
is like
keyboard.
the thing that is game changing is not the keyboard, it's the mouse. That is the important part.
Yeah,
Like movement with the keyboard is kind of clunky. That's the truth. But like aiming with the mouse is beautiful.
yeah. This is also true. I don't play too many games that are like that are in my interests. I don't play too many games that are reliant on keyboard,
Yeah.
but I can see the value in it.
Uh.
It's valid.
Yeah.
I don't really, I don't, they're not, I don't find them pretty, like, I find them pretty ungodly for, like, character
No.
action games,
Yeah.
so
For
stick
like
to my
character
control.
action games, they're like
Yeah, so,
terrible. Like I'm just trying to imagine playing
yeah,
Dark Souls on a
exactly, so it's just
controller.
like,
I mean, on a keyboard, playing Dark Souls on a keyboard, and he's like,
we,
no,
we
I
knew
don't
someone
wanna.
in club who, we knew someone in club who did calling it a badge of honor and a standard experience that you should totally do, and I'm like, no, if you just have a controller, just do that. Why would you WASD yourself in a fucking Dark Souls game?
Yeah, like Xbox controllers have been plug and play on PC since 2005. Just use a fucking Xbox controller.
Yeah. To be fair, like there's some games where it's like the peripheral doesn't matter. People go elitist on fighting games, but honestly, like I used to be like very anti-keyboard, but it's like you can use keyboard, you can use a controller, you can use a fight stick, just whatever's comfortable for you.
Another thing that is like it depends on the game, but for some games that actually is like useful is that on a keyboard you have immediate access to like you have more fingers on the action and you have access to more buttons. So that changes
Hmm?
on a keyboard. You have like more
Hmm.
fingers on the controls, and you have more buttons like close by, so you can like have more key bindings, and that like
Yeah.
actually like changes the flow of some games. Like if you ever like see someone playing like the Doom games, like the modern Doom games on a controller versus a keyboard, it is a completely different flow because if you are on a keyboard, you don't need to open the weapon wheel. You can just hotkey the weapons, so you can quick like do like a quick like switch quickly between like all the weapons.
Yeah, weapon wheels are a little they're more miss than hit for me. But like yeah, I wish I could like weapon wheels a little better, but like a
Yeah,
key binding is just kind of more useful.
yeah. No, but like back to the book because we got like sidetracked a little bit there. But this old dude like genuinely starts like, I am at like the part in the book I stopped. He's like starting to have an existential crisis over the game because he's starting to like
We've all been there.
he is starting to get so obsessed with like playing the perfect game. He wants to play the perfect game of Breakout. So he's like studying the pixels. He's like drawing grids on the screen and like studying the movement of the pixels and like because
Speedrunner energy.
Because he wants to play the perfect game of Breakout. So yeah, like this random piano teacher on the 70s may have been the first speedrunner, and then yeah, nobody knows.
I eagerly await the coming chapters for the sentence, and then I lost custody.
No, but like, can you imagine if we discovered like a VHS tape of this dude like on 1976 doing a speedrun before anyone even knew what it was? That would be really funny.
Actually, wait, what is the world's first speedrun?
I think it was Quake. I think Quake was the first game that the people could serious on that.
It was Doom.
Doom.
Which allowed players to record their gameplay using demo files. This practice began in the early 1990s with significant community interest. So first recorded one.
Oh yeah, because like that's kind of an important thing for speedrunning. That is like you need to be able to like verify that the thing actually happened, right? Because anyone can claim like, yeah, I actually beat Mario in like 2 hours. It was easy. Like you need to actually be able to like record it. And back then there was no video recording. We didn't have OBS back then. The computers didn't have enough memory for OBS or for anything recording stuff. So what, like back then, if you wanted to record your gameplay, if you wanted to record your gameplay, what the game did was actually like saving like the physics, like you will save like the history of the physics to a file, and then you could like replay the simulation on another computer, and it will get like an approximation of your plane by like copying the physics. That is how it worked back then. You needed.
Sorry, I timed that perfectly. My dog was barking at the door because we had this one internet guy who has not stopped soliciting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, it is almost 10:30. Go home. This job is not worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to like, I don't know, you're Canadian. I was going to say he was going to get shot, but you're Canadian.
Yeah, no, we don't.
No, so yeah, he's just having an existential crisis about like making the perfect game of Breakout. This poor old dude. Breakout broke his mind.
I mean, I'm not too far off from that mindset because I get very perfectionist in games I care about.
Yeah.
It can be a horrible brainworm.
Yeah.
But I've luckily never gotten to the point of being a speedrunner. That's a complete level of crazy that I dare not touch.
Turns out the first meta player was some old dude in the 70s.
Like meta? That's pretty funny.
I wonder how much of that though is like the piano brain, because he was like a piano teacher. So I wonder if the piano brain has something to do with
meta?
That. No, for trying to like get like the perfect input, for like trying to like perfectly understand what inputs he needs to like get exactly like the results he wants.
I suppose you could if you translated it to rhythm, yeah.
So like I wonder if he's just like so piano brained that he's like thinking like
yeah, like button equaling a note.
Like there's a sequence. There is a sequence.
Or tempo. Yeah, I can actually see that. That's not entirely crazy as a concept.
And like right now, he wants to go to Atari. That is his goal right now. When I start reading the book, he wants to go to Atari.
Tech. It's mostly teching, because I don't... Well, tech or labbing, because, like, you can you can optimize a very low meta character and learn them technically.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So like
Oh, he's trying to master Atari.
his
No one
goal
tell him what's happened to Atari now.
his goal right now is to like to like find the angle that allows him to like always get the ball bouncing on top, because you know that like if you open a side you can get the ball bouncing on top and it just breaks a lot of blocks on the top, and like, and it's very satisfying. His goal right now is to like find the perfect angle that always gets that result, like consistently, like all the time.
Yeah, he's scratching that brain itch.
Yeah, he got the
He's min
goblins.
maxing. Yeah,
He got the mine
yeah,
goblins.
he's never gonna get out of this now.
He's got the main. I do wonder if he kept playing video games after that.
That is, you know what? That's true, because like we're surrounded by a lot of people we know who play a lot of variety
Yeah,
games, and so like um I don't think we've had one friend who like does that thing where it's like it's one game that's entirely their identity, and outside of that they don't really do much, and
yeah,
it's just like the constant optimization. We've had friends who've experimented with the idea of doing a speed run. Like Dura has tried doing speed runs of certain games, or he gets fixated on some games on some runs. I do like platinum runs, but like usually we just want variety.
yeah.
I could not be a speedrunner who does just one game for like for most of his life, trying to beat a record.
I do want to try to do a Morrowind speedrun just because I find it really funny on concept.
Well, yeah. I mean, also Morrowind's like your favorite game.
Yeah, but like the speedrun is really funny because what happens in Morrowind is like you go out of the character creation, and if you walk a little bit to the left, there is a random encounter where a dude falls from the sky, and you can steal his spellbook, and you can get a spell that lets you fly. The problem is that the spell kills you because the boost to your athleticism it goes away before you land, so you get like all the fall damage.
Mm.
But you can
So how do
like
you mitigate? How do yeah.
yeah, you can, if you do the inputs right, you can like stack the spell to like extend the duration. So and then you can like aim yourself and land on top of the final boss and kill him.
Fair.
So like literally, I think the world record for Morrowind is like 2:45, 2 minutes 45 seconds, which is really funny. You just like find a spell, you just like take a spell book of a dead guy, like land on top of the final boss, and that's it. It's really funny.
I mean, I just find cheesing and shit like that. Like, to be fair, speedrun is cheesing adjacent. Like, I find shit like that so hilarious in my brain, in the narrative world of whatever game you're playing.
Yeah.
He's like, what happened? Wow, the world is safe. It was only in darkness for 2 seconds. What happened? Well, Sonic went to a burrito place and rolled in front of like the window for 2 seconds, and then he apparently teleported inside Eggman's brain and then killed him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like I do love
okay.
but I think that's one of the things I really like about Bethesda games is like the way they're like funnily put together. Like in Oblivion to make the speedruns interesting, they actually have to like make a rule that you are not allowed to go out of bounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you are allowed to go out of bounds on Oblivion, there is actually at the beginning of the game there is like under the ground there is a door, an actual like floating door, and if you open it, it takes you to the end of the game. There is literally just like a door to credits under the floor, the beginning of the game.
That's pretty funny.
So like the main category for Oblivion is actually like no out of bounds, because yeah, don't use the fucking door. You have to do something. And then in Skyrim they realized that you can transfer speed between like different characters and saves somehow.
It's weird.
So like if you load a character and get a horse, and then manage to get the horse on a 90-degree angle, and then dismount the horse, the game physics freak out and then just like send you like a cannonball. And then there is like a perfect frame window between like the dismounting animation that if you open the menu and you load a different save, that speed is transferred to that character, so that character is flying now.
Oh, that's actually interesting. So you're just in the overworld, just like default walking at an insane pace.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Oh, ZeniMax.
and also you can like transfer stuff between save. Like you like for some reason you can like if you save a game. If you save a no, if you load a game in the if you know if you load a different character in the middle of a loading screen, or just like as you start going into like a loading screen, if you then go into the menu and load a different character, the game moves you to the place you were loading, but like with the new character.
What? How?
I don't know. It's a weird fucking engine. So like, say you have a character, right? And you go to like the
Mm-hmm.
entrance of a cave, and like there is a frame perfect window where you can like, as you enter the cave, you can like hit pause and load a different character. That new character that you loaded is going to spawn in that cave. It's really funny.
What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this engine?
I don't
It's
know.
so funny. Like, yeah, it just constantly. It feels like it's like glued together and put with duct tape. Like ZeniMax is. Well, whatever.
I mean, to be fair, like that is one of the things about like, just like in general, like video game development is like they're never finished. It's just uh, like yeah, okay, we need to stop. We need to stop. And nobody knows how they work. Like I have talked about this before. I feel like video games are actively trying to not exist. Like from what I have from what I know, what I have heard, what I have experienced about game development, video games are actively trying to like destroy themselves. Like at all times, video games are actually trying to like come apart. And
Why
like
do you let me live, Father? I wish to die.
and like half of video game development is just like trying to stop that from happening, like putting enough tape.
God damn it! You're gonna live so you can make people smile or cry, whatever I'm feeling in the mood for.
You're gonna leave so people can install big dick foot mods on your.
Oh,
Those are very popular in Skyrim actually.
oh,
Like they're very popular in Skyrim.
I'm not surprised. I imagine they're popular in a lot of games.
Yeah, and I don't know what mod I had installed because I usually have like have very long mod lists. So like some stuff I just don't know what it does really.
Mm,
But
mm.
I don't know what mod I had installed. But I remember once I killed like one of the witches, and when I looted her corpse, I found like a strap-on made of like beard of like parts of like a dead bird. And I was like, what?
That's a surprise gift to yourself, really.
What do you mean?
You just forget you installed mods, and then you just look at it and it's like, why would they develop Oh, right.
All right.
All right. This is all on me.
No, yeah, like I remember with Beanie play when Beanie, you know Beanie Vine's house. We post about him every now and then on the Discord. He's a streamer, Beanie Vine's house. Like when he played the Switch version of Skyrim, when that came out, they sent him like a code, so he was playing it, and he was afraid of looting corpses because in his mind people were naked under the clothes. Because that's just what he was used to. And it took him a while to remember, alright, there's underwear in this game by default. Like they're actually wearing stuff. They're actually wearing underwear. I forgot about that.
I got nothing here. The only mod I've installed recently is the poly mod, and that's it for Mass Effect.
And every now
I
and then
can't think of other times I've installed mods.
no, yeah, and every now and then we get like patchy just like talking about like the really stuff with the really like borderline torture she's doing on her Sims.
Yeah.
Like it is always
Sims,
it is always scary when
those,
it is always scary when Patchy starts
yeah.
talking about like playing the Sims because it's like, what are you going to post?
Yeah. I mean, she also. Well, do I rat her out? I won't rat her out this time. On a whim.
But you want to know what the worst part is?
Mm-hmm.
You know all the really weird stuff she does on Crusader Kings?
Oh yeah, that shit. But
Those
that's
are,
not mods. That's
yeah,
just
those are
how you
not
play the
mods.
game.
That's a game.
Yeah, no, she's
Like,
just really upset. She got really upset when like I think some NPC commented on her age and how she won't be able to have babies as much anymore. And she's like, I am a pregnant gumball machine. Thank you very much. It's just like okay.
I am a printer. I am an HP pussycat.
Yeah, she's like she is always interesting when she plays like simulator games or games where it's like that allow for that type of mod and stuff like that. So power to her. She's enjoying herself. It's very interesting outside looking in.
Mm-mm. Yeah, whenever Pachi is playing one of those games, I always think about this one tweet. Um, Let me see if I can find it. I always think about this tweet when I see her playing one of those like simulation video games. Because yeah, this is Pachi. 100% this is Pachi.
I gotta say this. Women be doing fucked up shit in video games, man, like evil ass shit like Sims eugenics and Animal Crossing housing discrimination. I know what the fuck is in your soul. I saw you create a ghetto in Animal Crossing. Listen, I've seen multiple people do this. This is painfully accurate on the amount
Yeah.
of people I know who fit this description.
But,
Like, oh,
but
Animal
Pachi
Crossing's so
especially is like,
cute, and then they're just like, and then that is like, I ostracized this one villager because they were of not the right race.
yeah, I don't like birds. All of the dogs are living on like an island, on like a little island of the main island because I don't like dogs.
Yeah, she's messaging this to the chat, and I'm just responding with ellipses, and she's like, "Don't worry." Like, what? Why would I worry?
Don't
Why
worry.
would you?
Don't worry. If you were a dog, you will be one of the good ones.
Sims isn't fun if you just go to work.
Yeah, but like normally what you do is like have a lot of sex or like get a fun work on like space engineering. But no, like it's like fucking
I
like
don't know.
it's like fucking
It's not my type of game either.
it's like fucking like yeah, like Pachi is like fucking Mrs. Mengele up there with like the stuff he does on the Sims.
First thing is always drown someone. I do remember my best friend for many years explaining to me how his runs went, that he made a sim and his sim's friend was somehow so rude to him that he trapped her in a balcony and she just pissed herself and starved and died.
Yeah.
And I immediately went, James, what the fuck? He's just like, she was rude when I had her over. Like, you don't.
Yeah, that's
not normal.
That's my favorite way of dealing with Sims. I don't want to run anymore. My favorite way is just like making like a 1x1 room without a door and putting them inside.
You do you.
I just realized there's an oubliette. I just realized I'm building oubliettes. I'm literally just building oubliettes on the Sims.
I can't think of too many simulators I would ever be interested in, other than like maybe like a dungeon master one where it's like you're trying to kill heroes. I remember there was one and then it had terrible. It went mobile, had terrible microtransactions.
Oh yeah, Dungeon Master.
Like, yeah.
What was it called? Dungeon Siege? No, Dungeon Siege was different. No, but I don't know what you're talking about. It might have
just been Dungeon Master. Yeah.
I do remember the one you're talking about. And the original games are really fun. Yeah, Dungeon Keeper. He's Dungeon Keeper.
Dungeon Keeper, yeah. Yeah. But it's just like, yeah. I want fantasy sim more than I just want like regular sim.
Yeah. No, yeah, like I remember once I was playing The Sims and there was this one dude who kept trying to like come into my house. He was like one of the neighbors and he kept trying to come into my house and I was like, you are annoying me. So I just like waited until he was outside on the yard, went into build mode, and I just built like a 1x1 room around him without any doors, and just left him there.
What is up with you Sims and Animal Crossing players like being like this? It's so fascinating.
And the thing is, like, it actually takes them very long to die if you do that. So he was so like when I was playing the game, you know, and for a solid like week, I would hear him crying.
I do know my friend did somehow manage to get Death Dead too.
Yeah, you can do that, and you can also
Hmm.
just like fuck death and have a children with death.
Yeah, I don't get it either, Killer.
Actually,
Like,
that's one of the
I
patch
just
notes for the Sims.
it's funny how Nintendo like creates the weirdest subculture mindsets of just like Pokemon. It's like it's about friendship. It's like I don't give a shit. I want the perfect IVs and EVs for fighting.
Yeah, I'm going to do eugenics right
Eugenics.
now. No, and like, do you
Yeah.
remember when like Tears of the Kingdom came
And
out?
then it's like Animal Crossing is just like separate the races or separate. It's like I will ostracize and socially isolate someone until they leave so that I may create my utopia with only those I like. Hmm?
Yeah. But like the thing, and you remember when Tears of the Kingdom came out, when everyone was crucifying the Koroks?
The what?
When Tears of the Kingdom came out, like everyone was crucifying the Koroks, the little like leaf dudes.
Oh, to, to be fair, as someone who played Breath of the Wild, the fuck I'm right there with them. I'm holding a torch. I'm like, yeah,
I'm
set
putting
those
one in a cannon
motherfuckers.
right now.
Yeah, just fucking worst collectible system on the face of the earth. I hate the Korok seed system.
But like it was
So worthless.
like the thing you get for like getting the last one is an actual piece of shit. They knew,
They knew.
like that was intentional.
They knew. You know what they could have done? They could have just not made that many
The
Koroks. We could
joke
have
was
all
on
saved
you.
ourselves some time.
The joke
Couldn't?
was on you.
Yeah, was it because someone spent work days to do this? So like, I feel like this is the kind of joke where the person says the joke. He's like, "Ah, you're a loser," and he's like, "But you set up everything to be this." Yeah. As you look into their lifeless eyes with the bags under, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, you can laugh.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us are laughing right
And
now.
and you know like so like Zelda players are crucifying little like leaf guys. Pokemon players are doing
Smash
eugenics.
players go. Smash players go on meta, even though the game was designed not to be meta and more of a party game.
I thought you were going to say Smash players for kids.
Jesus Christ, I'm trying not to blanket the worst case scenarios. And to be fair, there are other communities under the Nintendo banner that have been pointed to that as well, if I'm remembering correctly.
And I think statistically it happens more on Minecraft.
And Roblox, no?
Yeah.
And Second Life? No, I don't know too many. I don't know if
So one of the other big
kids go
requests
on
for me
Second Life as much. What's the other one? VR chat?
Oh yeah, VR chat is like yeah, the VR chat is really fun if you're on a private lobby with people you know. Like that, like if you want to play VR chat, do that. Get your because it is free. You can install it for free. So like, just get your friends VR chat, and you don't actually need a VR headset. You can play with a mouse. So if you wanna use VR chat, like get your friends to install it and like get into a private lobby with your friends. Don't talk to other people on VR chat. Don't talk to other people.
Yeah, no.
Don't meet people there.
Do you have anything else in your week?
Yesterday was a day. Because let me find it. Yeah, so like one game that is around, they added a new character, and she's my religion now.
Oh god.
But I think you're going to understand when you see her.
All right, I'll lay it on me.
What the fuck is a JFIF? Why does Twitter insist on saving files as JFIFs? That sounds like a 40 thing. That sounds like a 40 porn thing.
Yeah, I'm so tired of like browsers and sites doing different stupid image formats. Could we all just have PNG, GIF, and JPEG?
Yeah.
And just keep it simple.
Yeah, she's my religion now. I love her. I want her to own me like a puppy.
Sub. Oh, she's cool.
Look at her.
She's cool. Oh, I like that shot pretty well. The other one looks very comic art, so it's really cool. She looks. Oh yeah, that's a great shot of her.
Look at her. She's
And I'm a
perfect.
sucker for blue hair, so I agree with you. Yeah.
Look, you can see the muscles on her legs if you zoom in a little bit.
Yeah.
You can see the muscles on her legs.
Oh my gosh. Manually zoom. All right.
Yeah. It's important.
Is it?
Yeah. So I am obsessed with her right now. I am thinking very Christian thoughts.
You've been having those thoughts long before this character, so don't even try.
Yeah, and there's also like this VTuber called Centreia, and she reviewed it like a new model, and I'm also having like a time about that
Oh. Okay.
because it's really hot. Really fucking hot.
Okay.
So I'm having a don't check my Twitter, is all I'm saying.
But we have to link it at the end of the.
No, don't look at my Twitter.
Okay. Okay. Do you mean your Blue Sky or do you actually mean your Twitter?
My Twitter. Like you specifically don't look at my
Okay.
Twitter.
All right.
I mean, look at her. She looks
Well,
weird.
considering the stuff you've linked, yeah. Okay. Oh, she's cool.
So I'm also been having a time about that.
Zen always blames artists for making her boobs bigger every time, and no one believes.
Yeah, she's always like, why are my boobs bigger in this model?
He's like, yeah, like you didn't have a say in that. Like you were like, oh no, artist, please give me breast reduction, and the artist looks and went, no. Person paying me.
Yeah. I found what I was looking for. Because like Hila mentioned like Sims patch notes earlier, and I wanted to find some to read because they're really funny.
Okay.
Okay, so like
Alright.
just like an assortment of
It's her powerless to artists. It's a twisted dynamic that we need to change.
yeah. So like just like a random assortment
But
of like
artist Kun, I don't want my OC to have a 4-foot penis. No. I know you paid me $200, but I will do this.
yeah. You cannot stop me.
Yeah.
I am the one with
Oh
the
no,
pencil.
now. Oh no, now everyone will know my character has a giant schlong.
Hey, Silent. What a sentence to come on to. Well, but like that. But like that is the joke. Is like, don't mess with me. I am an artist. I can draw you pregnant.
That is true. That is true.
Okay, so like some Sims patch notes.
Guards, impregnate that guy. Mhm.
So, kleptomaniac Sims can no longer steal subway stations from lots.
Okay.
Sims can no longer. You know what woohooing is, right? It's like the term for because like the Sims is like technically like rated like E for everyone, right?
Yeah.
So like
Okay.
woohoo is the term for sex. You don't have sex, you woohoo.
Oh, okay.
So like Sims can no longer woohoo in the elevator with a Sim who is on a different floor.
How much he loves big schlongs. Listen, the artist told me. I paid him, and I was just like, no, I want a moderate one. And they went, no,
Yeah.
it must be huge.
Okay, so Sims can no longer woohoo in the elevator with a Sim who is on a different floor.
Mhm.
The Grim Reaper will no longer be prevented from reaping souls due to band affiliation.
Band affiliation. What?
Fixed a tuning issue so that Sims now vomit at acceptable levels. It is no longer possible to try for baby with the Grim Reaper. Literally
Why would you
1984.
remove that? That sounds fun.
Literally
That sounds
1984.
like a stupid. That sounds like a stupid fun like side thing you could do. That's
I think it
why
breaks
would
the
you take
game.
away fun?
I think they removed it because it breaks the game.
Oh, okay, that's pretty funny.
Become enemies with child, which no longer appears.
That one's pretty. That one's pretty funny as a feature.
Sims
You no longer can have blood vendetta with kids.
Sims who are on fire will no longer be forced to attend graduation before they can put themselves out.
What?
Sims who are on fire will no longer be forced to attend graduation before they can put themselves out.
I feel like that goes without saying though.
Pregnant Sims can no longer brawl. So we know again. So we brawl like fight.
Oh, that's not realistic to life at all.
Yeah.
They do that all the time at the Walmart. Yeah.
Yeah. Baby Sims will no longer become stuck on a Sim's hand while driving a car.
Yeah, okay.
Sims no longer receive a wish to skinny dip with mommies.
Ew.
A meteor can hit a building, which case everyone. This is a long one. A meteor can hit a building, which case everyone will run out before the collision. Those who do not exit the building will die. Sims automatically leave if a meteor is approaching, unless it is a school, in which children are not allowed to leave and will always die.
What the fuck kind of patch note is that?
That's what it says.
What kind of stupid logic is that? Well, the kids can't leave school. Education comes first.
So they're going to die.
So they're going to die. What a cruel act of God. Hurling this meteor during school hours. He knows they were helpless.
Child Sims with the genius trait will no longer gain the want to solve hard problems. They'll have to wait a few years before diving into such complex abstraction.
Okay.
Sims with a fear of fire will no longer be tormented by a constant unavoidable fire starting when they're cooking. Story of my life.
Well, you're a pyro, though.
On a somewhat related note, Sims will no longer be given the option to cook together on broken stoves.
That's just a trap house lab. That's selling drugs.
In an attempt to curtail unwarranted surreal horror gameplay, household members should no longer randomly be labeled as neighbors and became unable to use doors. In the spirit of respecting the laws of physics, towels hung on the wall are no longer translucent when hit with natural light.
Who the fuck cares?
Sims who are not the Father Winter are no longer allowed to travel to locations such as the Equestrian Center via fireplaces. Vampire Sims are now able to do group dances on the dance floor. They're finally allowing them to dance. They're invited.
What the fuck? I didn't know they didn't dance to begin with. Even Vampire the Masquerade lets vampires dance. Very shitty dancing, but they let them dance.
What the fuck? What? Dazed newborn foals that are fed up age-up treat will not now become adults who maintain their hoarseness when going on rides, so they do not walk upright like Sims.
What?
Yeah, so like if you have a little horse and you feed it a treat that makes it a big horse, it no longer walks onto legs. Which is cool, I guess.
Okay. I still don't understand The Sims.
I know.
But it's not for me.
Let me see if I can find any more. I know like Dwarf Fortress, you know that like really complicated game that only like insane people play? Dwarf Fortress.
Mm-hmm.
That game also has like really funny like patch notes. But let me see. Okay, but this is a victory. This is a victory. Because this is a patch note.
Okay.
This is a later patch note. Sims can woohoo with the Green Reaper again.
They took it away from us just so they could give it back.
Yeah. What the fuck? Child Sims who were experiencing body deformation have returned to normal proportions.
What do you mean? experienced body deformation. Why do you make it sound like it's just some sort of random event?
All right, let's see like Dwarf Fortress. This is Dwarf Fortress. Made them care about clothes more. Fix an issue where animals were able to rent rooms.
Okay.
Fix an issue with animals picking out clothes to wear.
Why won't you guys let animals participate in capitalism?
Fix an issue where mules would shit out luggage.
I got nothing for that one. I can't really defend that one.
Cleaned up the beer simulation.
The what simulation?
The beer, as in the animal.
Oh, okay.
They clean up the simulation. Added cat butchery. Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Fix an issue where undead will pass out from strangling.
But
May
why?
may
Oh, you fixed it. I thought you meant like included it. I was
Yeah.
like, why would the dead need air in their lungs?
made the corpses of small animals that die out of water stop teleporting. Made dwarves
Okay.
care if you melt down their masterpieces. Stopped soldiers from going to parties. Added mouths. That's what it says. It says added mouths.
Hey, you guys think we're missing something in our game? Oh wait, shit.
Mouths. Added mouths. And additionally, like the next patch note says, added a flag that stops mouths from being gouged out.
Oh.
Stopped children from buying shops.
Buying shops?
Buying shops. The children can no longer
That's
own
bullshit.
business.
You can. That's bullshit. In Twilight Princess, a baby can fucking own a shop.
Stopped happy thoughts from sleeping in beds in amazing dining rooms. I don't even know what that means.
I don't either.
Fix a bug where all the fix an issue where all the local rock turned into sky whenever migrant groups were created anywhere in the world. The fucking migrants are coming to and turning our rocks into sky.
They took our sky.
Made semi-mega beast get along better with their cave friends. Fix a problem with blood hanging out in the air.
That's just a hemomancer, you know?
Stopped
The work of one.
stopped elves from being pleased with unethical trades.
And you can have evil elves.
Stop children and babies from joining you on your adventures.
I like do sidekicks.
Allowed dwarves to get married. Made thieves and their support
You know,
groups.
the movement was really
Yeah.
pushing for this one. I'm really glad after the parade they did in the street.
Made thieves and their support groups respect each other. Stopped boost.
What's the old saying? No trust between
No
thieves or
honor.
something?
No honor among thieves.
Yeah, no honor things. Why the fuck would you need to respect anyone?
Because
You're a
they're
thief.
because it's their support group, you know, like their family.
Oh, okay. All right. I see.
Stopped boost food from melting, even though it probably should. Made dungeon masters happy with their cloaks and boots again. Made all the undead respectful of one another.
Okay, you get 5 more.
Fix a problem with the kings coming early and not actually showing up.
Okay.
Stopped
Oh, he's a king.
stopped aerial birds.
What?
Yeah, you
Don't
can.
fly anymore? What are you?
Fix the problem causing dwarves to target harmless, insane people when marking evil creatures, spare them and babies.
That's pretty funny, actually. That just sounds like dwarf ineptitude.
Yeah. Alligators have hair and other unintended attributes.
The mutants. Yeah.
Rain kills everything.
That's just Death Stranding. That's just Death Stranding.
Humans in farming.
You gotta make this last one count.
Okay, let me see that.
Hang on.
There's a lot of really weird ones. I don't know which one to pick. It's like humans in farming houses are naked. Tigerman does not have ears. Blind care bears have front toes on both front and rear feet. Magma crabs drown in magma. Dead dwarfs remain in their squads. The rodent man, in all caps, has no teeth. Zombie hens claiming nest and laying regular eggs. Dwarfs come to hospital to rest without injuries, and also endless tooth surgery. Serpent men can kick. All primates have front and back legs. No arms or hands, yet have fingers somewhere. Rodent men don't use their new teeth to bite. Boots don't count as shoes. Military gets bad thoughts. Vampire accuses baby of killing victim. That sounds like a headline.
That just yeah, I was gonna say that just sounds like a newspaper headline.
Vampire accuses baby of killing victim. More than 11.
I like the newspaper spin thing, and it just goes and zooms.
Dwarf children die from embarrassment at not being dressed at age 2.
Okay, yeah, this just sounds like headlines.
Weasels probably shouldn't be found on glaciers. Undead cat can adopt dwarf. Vampires who have been scouts brag about murders they committed while scouting. Okay. Dwarf misses completely unrelated dwarf.
Also a headline.
Fat dwarves eating causes lag. That's just so mean. Yeah, the fat ones are causing lag when they eat. Zombies.
Your additional mass is just fucking everything up.
Zombies start conversation with necromancer adventurer who tries to sleep in their house. Dwarf tries to clean missing body part. Animals, I'll try to graze from the pasture on the top left corner. Starvation ensues.
This all just sounds like news segments.
Animals get attached to clothes they're wearing. Animal breeding is prevented if animals aren't willing to marry.
Oh.
The moon men cannot...
They care about the sanctity of marriage.
Yeah, the moon men can no longer punch or see. Cats dying for no reason. Alcohol poisoning? Seems impossible to satisfy the need for introspection. Frozen in time. No way to re-enter time continuum. No, non-lethal fall onto upright spice causes unreasonable high skill gain. Giraffe is trainable for war. That just sounds cool.
War giraffes are cool. War elephants are cool. Make more bizarre war animals.
Yeah.
In fantasy.
Yeah. We don't need any more Russian scientists like stapling the head of a dog onto another dog.
The last thing I need is a tiger equipped with a Gatling gun on its back.
Actually, that sounds really cool.
As cool as that might be. Okay, are you done?
Yeah. Yeah, you can talk about your week.
I'm going to kill you. 2.5 hours before my week. I'm too tired to even fucking... I watched the new King of the Hill season. It was fine. And I played Disco Elysium. It was fun. It it was fun. I don't want to spoil it. It's one of those games where I talk about it and it's like I don't necessarily want to spoil. Definitely different pathing. Very different run from my friends. I did all the goals that I set to do. I saved as many folks as I could.
Yeah.
And the ending was fun. It was optimistic. It's a very interesting world. It balances the ideas of depression and just like philosophy and then political philosophy and then just like existential to the point of like also adding like cryptozoology and the idea of entropy and fantasy in there, which is
Yeah.
very interesting as a blend. And as a player, you can focus on whatever you find the most intriguing to you. You could try doing it all. You could try minimizing it.
Yeah. But like, I think that is like one of the problems, the main problems with this Elysium, is that so much of the enjoyment of this game is just like the discovery and the picking apart that it's hard to talk about it. Because it's like, this is really cool, but I don't want to mention it because I want you to find it by yourself.
Yeah.
I want you to
Well,
like...
it's just like even then, like your run might not be as similar as my run because it depends on how you create your character to be. So he can be a super cop, he can be like a rock star type, he can be like a depressive suicidal guy, he can be corrupt as shit, he can
Yeah.
be like by the book, he can be anything, and how he approaches the world and how he approaches his partner and stuff like that. Kim Katsuragi is one of my favorite characters of all time.
Yeah,
In terms
I
of
love
just
him.
like
He's really like, I love his humor. He's
his
he's very like dry,
yeah.
very sardonic. I love that.
Yeah. The rhetoric you two have is very good, and the genuinely like smiles all around when you two get along and you have comments that you can get along with, and he's your friend. I managed to make sure that I recruited him. I'm gonna leave it as ambiguous as that, and yeah, there's members of the cast that really stay with you, and ones
I
you
love
don't
Kuno.
particularly. Yeah, I love Kuno too. I do feel bad for him and Kuno S.
Yeah.
They have
They have it
terrible
rough.
lives, and I hope it gets better for them.
Yeah.
I also feel bad for Katya in some ways,
Yeah.
but like I also ended up liking Titus a lot.
Did you do the thing at the beginning where you can ask the lady to have the fuck with you?
I didn't care.
It's really fun. It's a really fun you don't actually there is not actually any sex or anything. It's just like a really fun interaction
I don't think
like
yeah.
where like he's so inept and so drunk that he looks to a lady and goes, "Can I have the fuck with you?" Like literally, like
Yeah, pretty
verbatim, he
much.
says that.
And
And like,
even if you pass the check, she'll just laugh it off.
yeah. And I just think it's really funny that like this is the kind of game, like, and I'm not exaggerating, this is something you can actually do. If you fuck up when you're creating the character and like assigning your skill points, you can soft lock yourself because a chair in the tutorial is so uncomfortable, and when you sit on it, you die.
No, you you can just go to the convenience store and buy healing items, and then you get heal charges, and you can tank it.
No, there's actually a way to fuck yourself up in the chair. Like,
Well, no, I know
genuinely dying in
that.
the chair.
No, I know that, but like if you get the heal charges, because all it does is just subtract a health point. So you just use the heal charge, it'll regain the heal point.
What if you only have
won't
one
die.
health point? Because you made mistakes.
No, you don't. You just buy the health packs. They're pretty cheap, and you can find change.
What if you don't have money because you made mistakes?
What do you mean made mistakes? What
I'm
mistakes
saying
you
I
make?
soft locked
You
myself
spent all your
in the
money.
fucking chair.
You fucking you fucking goober.
This is not a hypothetical. I soft locked myself in the fucking chair.
All right. Well, you can look around for change. You can ask people for money, and you could buy the fucking healing items. What do you want me to say?
Something I really did like,
They're
I don't know,
like $2 a pop.
I don't know how much of this is a spoiler, but something I really appreciated, like, about like something and I don't see a lot of people talking about it. Is that like, I think this Elysium is the first piece of media I consumed where where you are doing an autopsy, and the dead person you are doing an autopsy on is actually like talk about like a person and not like a piece of meat.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't think I ever seen it before. I've ever seen that before, and like it was
That
kind of
is
like a
true. I
shock
mean,
moment when I realized,
to
like,
be fair,
they're actually talking about
the
this dude like a
people
person.
to be fair, the people conducting the autopsy aren't your usual in like lab tech,
Yeah.
right? They're two detectives, right? So there is a matter of factness to it in some places, but uh, because of your protag's personality traits and the inner voices that will talk, they chime in and they'll influence your dialogue to ask Kim stuff. And
Yeah.
then there's like exchanges there, which I think is actually really great. There's a lot of stuff I did. I made sure to be really extensive, and I think it was really funny because like I was running around everywhere getting so much side shit done by the end of it. Um, and I think it does influence, like your actions do influence like what your past was, and it's like before you were a cop, and so since I ran around everywhere fixing shit, it was just like you were a gym teacher, and Kim was like, I knew it. All he does is run around. It's like, okay. Which was pretty funny.
You do a really
Really
good
great.
team, boy.
Thank you. But it was really great. I genuinely recommend it. It's one of those unfortunate situations where yes, you're gonna be that guy who goes like, just play it, trust me, like the Outer Worlds or Outer Wilds, and yeah, but it's very good in how charming its characters are, despite like the world kind of being depressing if you take a step back and look at it. They're still operating. It's not so dreary that everyone is just totally like miserable.
Yeah.
There are facets to their personality. They're very complex. They're very cool like that, and they can be optimistic too, which is really great as well. And so it's very human. It's because like I don't find myself particularly impressed by a dreary setting where everyone is just depressed all the time,
Yeah.
because that wears thin to you, because then there's no, if the game is like there's no hope, and it's like, all right, then I'm just gonna emotionally check out
Yeah, it's
at some point.
it's like why am I trying to save the world if it doesn't seem like worth saving?
Or
You know, it's like,
not even necessarily save, but it's just like, why would I get emotionally invested if all you're going to do is just beat me while I'm down, right?
yeah.
But this game will have like wacky characters like Egghead and fucking the Ravers and like the old men playing Panak on the street and shit, and it's just like, it's great. It's small cast. The map isn't necessarily big, kind of a pain in the ass to walk around. I wish there were more fast travel options. But yeah, it was fun. I think I'm now down to only like 14 games on my backlog, which is good. I have no idea what I'm gonna do next.
Stop beating games, you're making me
You
look
might have
bad.
it might be Hitman 3 or Midnight Suns or maybe Final Fantasy 12. Final Fantasy 12 has now become the new game where like I pop that disc in and then I get to the start screen and then I remember that I don't care as much as I thought I did.
I really like Final Fantasy 12.
I don't even like dislike it. It's just like I don't even dislike the gambit system. I don't dislike anything about it. It's just like I sit there and I think it's just the mental fact of I'm playing a Final Fantasy game. This is gonna just like take a while.
I
would
fucking
probably get
love the
me.
gambit system. Like I spent so much time just
Yeah,
fucking around with it.
yeah, it's a very good.
I
it's a
think
very
I
good
think overall Final Fantasy
optimization.
12 has my favorite combat system on the series.
Oh wow. But yeah, it's a very good like optimization of methods to which
Candy
and just
makes
like the
Candy
fact
look
you use.
bad. No, I don't. Don't check my Twitter.
But like yeah, it's a toss up between those three, and then eventually I'm gonna do a DMC, the reboot S rank run for God mode,
Yeah.
and or maybe I'll play some other games before that I do that, because like doing challenging games is just like I usually like having even more time set aside because I don't have a clear estimate of how many hours I'm gonna invest in it.
Yeah.
But most of my games after I finish like Hitman 3, Midnight Suns, and Final Fantasy 12, like most of the clear times are gonna be like past 60 hours. So it's where I'm probably gonna start looking at new games and maybe finishing them, or games on my wish list and finishing them before I go to the really long shit. But
Yeah.
there is stuff I want to finish before like certain stuff finishes that. I finally want to do an actual like full on sit on my seat, get Hades as done as I want it to get done, because Hades 2 is like around the corner, probably around Octoberish, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, that was my week. Also, like King of the Hill season 14 is fine. I remember mentioning that, but like yeah, if you liked King of the Hill, you'll probably like this. as well.
I never watched
I
King
can't
of the
think
Hill. I don't
of
even
it.
know what it is about.
It's actually a really good like animated series. Did I do anything else this week? Not really. I was doing adult shit of doing paperwork to the government to
How
settle
fun.
shit. So, yeah, absolutely fun. I could just imagine. But yeah, and that was my
I
week.
love the government. I love writing papers to the government.
I love the government. I will say Disco Elysium also does the thing where it's like there are some characters where you have to like take the whole like I interpret what happens to them after the ending
Yeah.
in some places. But yeah, I try to be optimistic for some of them. But like yeah. And that was all.
I am
That was all
legally
I
obligated.
had.
I am legally obligated that I love the government, and I love the paperwork. It's so fun. Don't ask any questions. I love the government.
None at all.
Do your paperwork. It's fine. Sometimes I wonder. I don't know. Random question. How do people like? How do you handle people who were born in September 11? Like it just came into my mind. I don't know why.
That's a good question. How does the internet go like I never forget or meme on it and then you have to go like it's my birthday guys,
Yeah.
it's my birthday.
like I imagine some people have to feel weird about like the idea of throwing a party on September 11.
Oh, that's so cute. You made the two candles on my cake the towers. Could you return this back, Fred?
Kind
Why
of
would
like,
you do this? We're at my family party.
yeah, my uncle died on the attack. You fucking idiot.
Yeah, why would you bring this cake? Could you at least take off the candle? What do you mean it's built into it?
Yeah, I do remember. It was really like this is actually like the very first memory I have.
Mm-hmm.
I did learn about like September like the attacks as they were happening on school. Uh, because we were actually watching the news at that point on the TV on the school. Like coincidentally, it just happened that we were watching the news. Um, and then I remember like because I didn't like back then because you know like when you're a child you don't fully understand like space and like countries and like distances.
Yeah.
So like I don't know like that entire day I didn't want to go out because I was just scared a plane was going to like fall down from the sky. Like and that is like the very first thing I remember like at all is being scared of like just a random plane.
Yeah. I don't know what my first fear was. As a kid, I think it was just always heights.
Yeah. I think I would remember more stuff if I didn't die by cracking my head when I was like 4.
Yeah, fair.
That's a really weird thing
Memories
to
start
say.
blurring together. Yeah. Well, people forget that you can just be medically considered dead before like revival shortly after.
Yeah.
So. And you know what'll also get revived? This podcast, because I'm fucking tired. I'm fucking tired, folks. I'm sorry. It's
Yeah.
Saturday, but it's 11:30.
Yeah.
Gotta get up.
Oh yeah, it's already like that. Like I didn't see. What was I
Yeah.
going to say? What was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say because I'm stupid.
Check out my YouTube at youtube.com/@nocturne. Check out my YouTube at youtube.com/@nocturne or my Twitch in the titles below. Follow Candy on her Twitch and YouTube to see her past broadcasts, clips, and podcasts. Check her Blue Sky for her organized thoughts or join her Discord for the disorganized ones.
And
The
don't
bot
check
will
my
leave all the
Twitter.
links provided. And if you have feedback for the podcast, like maybe let Nick talk about his week before 2 hours.
Sorry.
I'll go, yeah. Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
I'm a yapper. Sorry. Wait, let me see.
It's
Let
fine.
me see. Let me see. I think let me see. I think I have an image for this. Yeah, I have it. I think I actually like. I don't know why. I think it's probably because I had to wake up earlier today, so my brain is like doing a funny. Uh, because I actually like. I think my psychologist, because that was what I was doing today, got scared of how much I was talking.
It happens. Don't worry about it. I mean, it's not a. It's being able to talk a lot is a good situation if you have a podcast talks a lot list. Yeah. Yeah. It's fine. I mean, that's good. That's good. It's better than like just complete dead air.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm a yapper and he is
Anyways,
normal.
I like talking too. Thank you very much.
I just
But
called
yeah.
you normal. That
Uh,
is a compliment.
Thanks for listening. Stay safe, happy, and have a wonderful week. Thank you, Candy. All right. Love you, buddy.
Love you too.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Bye
Bye.
bye. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, thank you everyone for stopping by. I hope you had a fun time. With me reading the fucking patch notes, I guess. um, with me reading the fucking patch notes and Nick being a very good listener. He's a very good listener. That's a valuable skill, you know. Like being a good listener is a valuable skill. um. So yeah, thank you everyone for stopping by. I hope you had a fun time. Um, hope you have a fun time. I swear, I swore last time, but I swear again because like I really need to like get this like working on like get this like back again like I need to stream again. So like I hopefully this week doesn't explode again and I can stream. I'm really going to try. I really want to try. Hopefully this week doesn't explode. Because I keep getting put into circumstances where stuff just explodes. And it's a little bit scary. I don't know why. But hopefully this week nothing like that will happen. Hopefully no one will die this week. At least no one I don't want to. Uh for legal reasons that is a joke. And yeah. I'll let you guys know on the Discord as usual, like if and when I'm going to stream. Yeah, again, thank you everyone for like the patience and like still being here. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you again hopefully soon. I don't know, maybe I'll stream tomorrow. I do have time tomorrow. Maybe I'll stream tomorrow. That could work. So yeah, thank you everyone. And I'll see you again soon. Bye bye. Have a good day, good night, good rest of your time zone. Bye bye. Bye bye. I love moving. I like waving from side to side. It's fun. You know? It's like woo, 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 woo. Wee, 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 wee. Anyway, bye. uh, I'm going to go say hi to Sol. Okay, here we go.